Honk. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome to a Tuesday stream. It is July 7th, 2020. It is 12:30 p.m., and I hope everyone is looking forward to what I hope is going to be a really awesome session today. I have no doubt it will be. I am with one of my favorite people, TariToons, and we are here for you as we prepare to return to the land of the 1980s, where the cars were shiny, yellow, blue, red, and white, and where the gas was plentiful. I don't know. I'm not sure where I was going with that. But anyway, it was a different time. And so this is, of course, of an alternate future presented to us in the 1980s with Car Wars Battle Road by one Mr. Steve Jackson. Before we get there, I do want to remind people about ways to support the stream. If you haven't done so already, please follow the channel. Please check us out on YouTube, which is !ArvTube. Twitter is !ArvTweets, and please retweet this stream. !ArvCord is my Discord channel where you can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. I've been having fun checking stuff over there. When Japanese cars were better. They still are, dude. I have a Honda, and other than the fact that the mileage is terrible, everything else about my Honda is great. I love the Hondas. But anyway, so we've got the Twitter, the tweet, the Discord, and then, of course, arvanelaron.com is my website for this. On the financial side, !Arv Shop. Yeah, my mom had a Subaru, too. Can confirm. I've had Mazdas. I've had a lot of different cars, but Mazdas, Toyotas, and Hondas. My favorite cars, unquestionably, are Hondas and Toyotas. Probably in that order. I like both of them. Anyway, financial stuff. !Arv Shop is the merchandise area where you can get stuff for Infinity and Beyond and Adventures in Middle Earth. Also, Esper Genesis stuff coming up down the line on that place, on that shop. !Arv Treon is the Patreon. We have a new subscriber. We have a new patron. So we are now up to 353. So the Patreon is ticking back up again. And that's really great, folks, because I get probably the most money from that. That's really the financial backbone of the channel. And that really makes a difference when I'm doing stuff like trying to pay people for the work that they do, and I want to increase that. I want to be able to add things to the channel, the video intros like the one that you just saw, the music. We have other ideas for that planned, and stuff like that. I know, for example, that Echo Alpha has been saying that he wants to have music and a video intro for Community D&D, and I completely agree with him that that's something that needs to happen. I saw Trish was in here too, our newest member of that game. So so I definitely have ideas and thoughts for that. So the Patreon really supports in that regard. Also, the Patreon allows you to get inspirations for to help out the players and lets you get copies of one of my band's albums, professional writing critiques, character backgrounds and poems written about you, and different stuff like that. And eventually we'll get us to the level as a group where if it gets to a certain level, we can do another Arvanaut Idol, we can do another Talisman tournament and stuff like that. On the further on the financial side, of course, we've got that sub button right below the video window. Again, you can get custom sub badges and emotes and things like that. And I do want to remind everybody that subs now can be given for multiple months, which is a new thing Twitch just introduced. So if you want, you can give people subs that'll last for 3 months, 6 months, up to a year, which I think is really cool and is a good idea by Twitch. And so you can do that also. Now I just need them to increase the sub badge slots so I can have more of those. And then I'd love it if we could get partnered. But, you know, that's okay. One step at a time. I have a Honda CRV 2009. I got one American. Oh my God, Kerflop with a resub. Thank you for the Twitch Prime resub, dude. Thank you so much, man. Kerflop has been a very big supporter of the channel. Thanks, Kerflop. Thank you, dude. I had the one time I was like, you know what? I'm going to get an American car because I'm going to get this. And we got this Chevy Equinox. What a piece of garbage. That thing started having problems 30,000 miles in. I ended up having to get a lawyer because I wanted these repairs to be done under warranty, and they were claiming it was my fault. I got a lawyer because I was like, no, it's not my fault. And they ended up paying for everything. They paid for, it cost me $100 to get the lawyer on retainer, to send him a letter basically. And after that, everything, including the rental car, was paid for. But right after that was done, less than 50,000 miles, I sold that car because I'm like, the hell with this. And I traded in the car on a 2009 Honda CRV, which had, at the time, 80,000 miles on it. That Honda CRV is now, 7 years later, approaching, it is about to get to 190,000 miles. So we've put over 100,000 miles on it, and that car has had less trouble in 7 years and 100,000 plus miles than our other car had in about a year and a half and 40,000 miles. Like, it's not even close. So we have that, and we have a Honda Odyssey van, and those are the, and so we, other than the mileage, I'm telling you, Hondas are really good cars. They just keep going and going. So yeah. Anyway, so there's that. On the publishing side, exclamation point Icarus. Again, you can only pre-order until the 17th. So you only have 10 days left to pre-order this book. I'm telling you, folks, I just went through proofs last night of Icarus. It's real good. The art is really good. This is coming out beautifully. I am very excited. I'm going to be sending it out to booktubers. I'm going to be sending it out to comic book reviewers. And I do want to ask, by the way, that if anyone happens to know, if any of you have booktubers that you listen to or podcasts that you listen to or anyone that you go to who does like book reviews, particularly of graphic novels, please send those to me if you know of them or recommend them to me via Discord private message or Twitch private message, because I'm going to be trying to send that out to a lot of different reviewers over the summer, just so they can take a look at it. And I'd love to, be able to get as much attention and buzz we can built up around Icarus as we can. So that's the deal with that. Yeah. So anyway, that is exclamation point Icarus, exclamation point library. Yeah, booktuber. You never heard of that? What's up, Koala? Yeah, man. Absolutely. Exclamation point, what did I just say? Exclamation point, yes, exclamation point library, Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. I'm very excited to say that that book is getting close to earning out. What that means, for those of you who don't know, is that when you get an advance from a publisher, then they pay you royalties, right? And then you have sales. So the advance is against the royalties that they would expect to be paying you. Once it gets past the advance number that they gave you, they then give you royalties for copies that you've sold. And I am now extremely close to earning out on Tales and Tomes for the Forbidden Library, which is really exciting and like a new experience for me. And yeah, so I'm very pumped up about that, and I'm hoping that everyone can continue to support it. And the Alligator Alley folks, it is a silver seller on DriveThruRPG, and again, print editions are coming soon. Those are in proofs with the printer, and so yeah, I can't wait for that too. Exclamation point library for that, and exclamation point Greyshade KS, as Echo is kind enough to put up there. That is for the Greyshade Kickstarter. Super excited about that too. I'll be announcing in mid-August whether that Kickstarter is going to happen in October or in February. Also, I want to mention two other things that are sort of related to each other. The first is BLM. Yeah, and it'll be good, Echo. I'll tell you this. I'll say this, Echo. It will be worth the wait. I've seen some of the way that they're putting it together. It'll be worth it for sure. Exclamation point BLM is Black Lives Matter. Again, we've been talking a lot about the importance of this. Please check that out for resources, places to donate, resources to support, and all that kind of good stuff. And I want to say, well, just make sure you keep us up to date on whatever address you're at, man, and we'll make sure that it gets there. But the other thing I want to say about that is that we have stuff that is going to be related to this subject. And I think I can now announce this officially. I will announce more of it coming up down the line. But you know what? I'm going to get rid of my intro scroll so I can actually talk to you folks and you're not just staring at the Car Wars screen. Let me get rid of that and that. And then I got to bring in Terry. But hi, everyone. Good to see you all. So here's the news that I have about this, and I am very excited about this. So all of you know that coming up on July 18th, a week from Saturday, I have a set of panels, author panels, that are going to be run, and I'm going to be making an announcement about the lineup, like who's on all of those panels and stuff, within the next couple of days. So that's going to be happening soon, and that's for Saturday, July 18th. But I have already announced that Saturday, July 18th at 8 p.m., yes, Shadowed made a command, but I don't remember what the command is, Echo. But yes, he did make a command. I don't remember what it is though. Maybe D&D. I don't remember what he made the command. I'll have to ask him, but he did make one. Yes. So, but here's the news about this. He didn't add this part in because he didn't know about it yet, but he had the whole crew. So you folks know that Saturday the 18th at 8 p.m. Eastern, after those panels, we are going to have, yeah, that's no longer, we should delete that actually, because that Origins command is no longer valid because Origins Online is not happening because of pandemic stuff. So on 8 p.m. A week from Saturday, we are going to have Will Sobel, who is Green Ronin's Director of Sales, Marketing, and Licensing, who has put together a really cool adventure. I actually got a chance to see some of the adventure that he put forward. He's a game designer. He's a contributor to the aforementioned Tales and Tomes of the Forbidden Library. He is going to be GMing an event for the following authors: Carlos Hernandez, Sarwat Chada, Kwame Mbalia, Yunha Lee, thank you, Rudnell, Taylor K. Mejia, and Rick Riordan. they are going to be playing in a D&D event, and I now have the charity for it. The charity is going to be the Octavia Butler Memorial Fund. And what this is a fund that was set up some years ago to benefit writers of color who want to get to Clarion. Now, Clarion is probably the most famous fantasy and science fiction writing workshop in the world, I would argue. It is a workshop that people like James Patrick Kelly and Elizabeth Bear and E.C. Myers and Brad Bollier, good friend of mine, a number of writers have gone through Clarion and or have taught at Clarion. Kelly Link, Kish Johnson, a bunch of others. Amazing stuff. And so this is going to be benefiting the Octavia Butler Memorial Fund, which again creates scholarships for writers of color to get to that workshop. So it's super awesome. It totally fits in with the BLM theme. It totally fits in with how we're feeling about stuff. And no, I don't know that Terry ever did it. If you were going to ask me about Terry Goodkind, that's a whole other matter. But I'm not gonna tear people down today. But anyway, yes. So that is going to be what the charity is that we're benefiting. Super excited about that. And here's the exciting part, folks. Okay. Now, you folks know that in my own games, we have inspirations, right? And you can inspire the players. But I specifically did not want money to be spent to try to hurt or create monsters or harm the players. This is Carlos's idea. During this event, your donations to this fund will be used to affect the players, and they can affect them positively or negatively. So you will be able to create monster situations and I guess I assume create crit fail rolls and things like this. According to them, they're like, donations will deal with a lot of different things. So I'm not responsible. This is just happening. Mimic cups, I don't know what's happening, but the quote to me from Carlos was, Rick Riordan has killed so many useful and characters over the years. It's about time that a bit of revenge was taken. So listen, I report, you decide. I'm just the messenger, okay? But anyway, so that is the deal coming up with that. So I'm very excited about that as to what's going on. Now, last bit of information. I'm sorry it's taking me so long to get back over to my good friend Terry. After today, we are playing, of course, again, the adventure game book Car Wars Battle Road with her illustrating it. After we're done with that, at 4 p.m. today, we will be over at GOG, and it will be Pen and Pixels with, again, D&D with GOG, Storm King's Thunder. It's been a lot of D&D of late over there, which is great, obviously. But we're going to be doing that this week because next week, I'm going to be off and in fact going to be off even from my own streams here. So we're doing this today, this stream, and then D&D with GOG. Then Wednesday and Thursday is off. Then Friday I will have D&D with Infinity and Beyond Curse of Strahd, an unusual Friday night stream for that. That will be the last stream for me for about a week. And then I will not be on again. I'll be back. I'll be going upstate with the family to spend time pretty much off the grid. I'll be doing some writing, but I'm not going to be doing internet stuff or anything else. I will be not available for a week, which is going to be the first time that's been the case for a long time. I will be back on Friday the 17th, and then the stuff itself will happen. The sessions themselves, as I talked about, will be Saturday the 18th. Now, while I'm gone, fear not, there will still be content because there is going to be Emberwind on Monday the 13th. There is going to be Community D&D with Rock God, Echo Alpha, X5, Trishy Mats, and Hoodie with Shadowed Mage as your DM. That will be happening Wednesday the 15th. And a little birdie told me that a certain person who is currently in the stream, whose name might begin with an S and might end with an E, and might have certain privileges that rhyme with moderator, that person may in fact also be doing a stream while I am gone. And so you will get content while I am gone, just not from me. You will get content from other amazing people. So that is going to be happening the week that I'm gone. And then when I get back, we're going to have the 18th and then a real busy month going up. I don't think I mentioned this before, but I'm starting this month new streams. I'm starting a new set of games that every other month where I've been playing Zelda. I have finished my last Zelda game that I'm going to be doing for those. And now I'm moving into Metroid. So I'm going to be doing Metroid Fusion. And then 2 months from now, I'll be continuing that. When that's done, I'm going to move into the Metroid Prime games because I love the Metroid Prime games. Once I've won those, hopefully Metroid Prime 4 will be out, and it'll be a nice lead into that. So that's what we've got going on. Yes, I did. I completed Wind Waker. I did indeed, Echo. Yep. I won Wind Waker the last time. So, yes. So I have finished it. So Zelda 1, both quests, Zelda 2, both quests. Zelda Link to the Past, Zelda Seasons, Awakenings, whatever the hell it was. I don't remember. Whatever the one that was the Game Boy one. And then Zelda Wind Waker, I think, is a pretty good set, a representative set of Zelda. So yes, I am done with those, and now I'm going to move on to Metroid. So anyway, that's what we've got going on. It's great. I took way too long to get back to my good friend Terry, and so I'm going to unmute myself and unmute her. It's possible, Echo. It's possible. And I'm going to move over to here. And can I just say to everyone publicly that TariToons is a dear friend and an awesome person, and also an awesome illustrator, but more importantly is an awesome friend and a great person. So I am happy to welcome the amazing and awesome TariToons, who is working on this awesome person. This is actual representation of herself in the 1980s. This is what she would have been like in an alternate future. No, I'm just joking. But it's good to see you, Terry. How you doing? How's life with you?
Hi. What a nice introduction. Sappy.
Oh, yeah, well, listen. You know.
Yeah, don't make me be sappy in public.
I will keep. Well, no. See, just go back to your spiky shoulder pads. That'll take away the sap.
Yeah. Okay.
Hard edge. All right.
Hard edge. I'm a badass. I don't do sappy.
Yeah, that's right. I illustrate in blood. What's up, Dragon Spirit?
My enemies.
Thank you for the resub, Dragon. By the way, I appreciate that, man. Yeah. How have you been, Terry? And how's life, the universe, and everything, and in Germany, in the fine country of Germany?
I don't know how things are here in the country, actually. I just got home yesterday from the Netherlands. So.
Oh, all right. Well, okay, fine. Okay, well, how are things in Europe? I mean, is Europe good? How's Europe doing?
Weather is not nice. I was going to say shabbish, because when in German you try to say the bad S word, and you try to catch yourself, then like usually you say shabby. At least in my region. I was like, wait a second, that's not English. I can't say that. Nobody will understand what I mean.
Yeah, in German it rhymes with Fleise, right? Vaguely.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And I know what we speak of. I like that both languages, though, it begins with the same thing, you know. It's the same.
Because same root word.
Right, I know. But I'm just saying, like, that way, when you switch it, everyone knows what you were trying to avoid. You're like, this stupid piece of sugar paper stuff.
Sugar paper?
Yeah, you know. But
that reminds me of a type of candy that I really loved as a kid, which is called, like, literally eating paper. It's like the same stuff that, like, the things at church are made from, at Catholic Church, that they feed people.
Oh, the wafers. Yeah, the communion wafers.
Yeah, but, like, in sweet and stuff, with, like, fruit flavors.
I actually get mixed up sometimes. Do you have in Germany the paper that has the little candies, like, glued to it? And, like, you can peel the candies off it. And I never understood as a kid how you were supposed to do that without then just eating some of the paper. And I guess people just did. But they have, like, little colored dots that taste like, I don't know, cherry taste, lime, lemon. And you could just pull them. Yeah. And you'd pull them off the paper.
We have that.
Yeah. So that's when you said sugar paper. Sugar paper is the more honest name for Frosted Flakes. I love Frosted Flakes as a kid, Admiral Kirk. Oh, my goodness. Frosted Flakes was... That was the only sugary cereal I liked. Other kids had like Count Chocula and stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to eat chocolate cookies for breakfast, but Frosted Flakes, I did like Frosted Flakes.
So about you being my friend, we need to talk about that.
You don't like Frosted Flakes?
No, I love chocolate.
No, I love chocolate too. I love chocolate. It just was, but it's too much though in the morning. Like, I don't know.
Well, okay, to be fair, like, I know this is just rumors because I've never actually been to the US, but allegedly what I have heard from people who have both been to Germany and to the US, that like the food in the US is way, way sweeter than over here.
100%.
So I wouldn't be surprised if like the types of chocolate cereals we have over here are not as sweet as in the US.
Exactly. So. And I like darker chocolate that is a little more on the chocolate and less on the sugary, but some of the, oh my goodness. Like we were just talking about this. How many people in chat from the US have ever had Arizona iced tea? And have you ever seen how much sugar is in one bottle of Arizona iced tea?
Not enough.
Not enough. No. Arizona iced tea is so sweet.
Listen,
It
I
is
suffer from low
ridiculous.
blood pressure. Like, for me, like, having something super sweet like that is like what keeps me alive during the day.
Yeah, great. I'm sure Spikes would be the. Yeah, you can taste the sugar. But Mrs. Dunzel, when I was in college, I used to drink this. I'm like, it's delicious. Then I looked and it was like 100 grams, like 3 days worth of sugar for an adult. Oh my gosh, is it sweet? And
I just
apparently,
have to think of Tren right now because, like, he gets so offended when people call sweet tea iced tea.
exactly. I can't stand sweet tea, right? What's up, Ballstead? Yeah, because that's the thing, right? Like, is that sweet tea is like I've sometimes in the center like, oh, honey, you ain't had more sweet tea than you had this, and then you pour more sugar into it. I'm like, how could you? What I don't. What are you even having? Like, I don't. It's just why I don't even know what you're
Diabetes
tasting.
is what you are having.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. So anyway, well, we are going to be we're here in the 80s, folks, and we are going to be in a time
where food was even less healthy.
where food was exactly where it was even, and we could have as much of it as we wanted, and it was fine. Used to drink Yellow Label tea, Earl Grey tea with sweetener. See, I'm an English breakfast tea guy. My wife loves Earl Grey, but yeah, exactly, Ballstack. Well, like if I want, because they didn't hear you. You said unsweetened, and all they heard was sweetened is all they heard. But like, if I'm gonna have iced tea, I do like iced tea quite a bit. But if I like iced tea, just Starbucks get like 1/3 the sweetener is fine. Like the amount of sugar they would put in otherwise is just staggering. Just
Now I'm wondering if Arizona iced tea also has a different recipe for Germany. Because I know Coca-Cola has different recipes per country. Like, I know I don't like the Coca-Cola in the Netherlands because, no, it tastes like puke.
Really?
I don't know why.
Interesting.
Yeah, no.
Total different flavor.
No.
Let's see. Okay, I am going to YouTube to find our music. Let's see. What?
Well, the biggest crime that soft drinks have ever committed, or was ever committed around soft drinks, is when a year ago or two, they discontinued regular cherry Coke in Germany. With sugar in it. Like, now you can only get it with artificial sweetener, and I'm one of those unlucky people who have like one of these genes that make artificial sweetener taste like actual puke.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like
so
cilantro.
I'm like, I can't have my favorite
Yep.
soft drink anymore because it literally tastes like. Ugh,
oh man, like cilantro tastes, and I'm the same way. Cilantro tastes like soap to people with a certain genetic,
yeah.
And so it's the same thing. What do you think of Thai iced tea? Don't know much about it, to be honest with you, Ballstack. I honestly don't know. I do not know. You're right that Pepsi does taste better, although I don't drink Coke much anyway. Whenever I drink soda maybe once a month, if that, and if I drink it once a month, the two things I want from my soda are either ginger ale or root beer, in particular Virgil's root beer. That's good stuff. Like, those are the two best. If you've never had Virgil's root beer, you must go and have some, for it is delicious.
When you went on vacation in Germany, like you said, you went to Stuttgart, right? Like that area?
Mm-hmm.
No, Nuremberg.
I went there. Well, we went a lot of. I mean, Heidelberg. We went
somewhere in the south.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any Malz beer while you were here, like Vita Malz, for example?
Vita Malz. Is that? I'm not sure that I know what
it's
that
like, we don't have root beer over here. We have Malz beer instead, which is like basically like it has like more or less the same ingredients as beer.
I think so.
It's without alcohol.
Yeah, it has
very
like
sweet.
Because I think I had that because we were in a couple places where they were doing like Oktoberfest, and obviously I wasn't going to be drinking, but they had mugs of this. So yeah, and it had like a very vanilla taste to it, which I like. I like vanilla. So Coven Guy with the tier 2 sub, and he's reached a year. Coven Guy with the year sub. Welcome to the coveted bronze quill. I think it's that, or silver quill. Is it silver quill? Silver quill. My bad. Silver quill. It's the coveted some quill. That's all I know. Thank you very, very much, Coven. I appreciate that, dude. Wow. Tier 2, 1 year. You missed the red quill. I know. You're a red quill person. I know. But yeah, no, I love ginger ale, and I love Captain Eli's blueberry ginger ale. That sounds pretty good. Strawberry soda I had a couple times. My dad used to like strawberry soda, but
oh, that sounds awful.
Strawberry
like,
soda
I love strawberries, but like I don't like strawberry milk or anything, just pure strawberries, please.
Yeah, it's a little weird, I admit.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
well,
our
strawberry
thing.
yogurt is fine because it has actual strawberries.
Strawberry yogurt is very good. My daughter really loves strawberry milkshakes, and those are quite good. I will not deny it. Okay, I have our soundtrack for today, and it is the Blade Runner game soundtrack.
And I have a link.
I have put a link into the Zoom.
The Zoom.
Okay, so tell us, as we're getting started here in the game, tell us this character, by the way, because this is a picture, I believe, of our character, yes? That we have. So this is, everybody, this is Philip Tank. That's right, Philip Tank, who is driving a car, which is the Piranha. The car has 60 hit points, has a 12 defense class, 3 handling class, has a rocket launcher. It has machine guns. Rocket launcher faces forward. It has machine guns in the back, in the right, and the left. It has a large power plant. It has a high-res combat computer. It has a machine pistol. It has improved body armor. And then we ourselves have body armor. Actually, I'm sorry. We have improved body armor, I should say. And we have a machine pistol, and we have simple tools, a limpet mine, 8 grenades. We have as you can see, skill is driving skill. Provisions is grenades. We have 8 grenades, and luck is our gunnery skill. We have 1 wealth, and we have a defense class of 10, and we have 1 note, which is that the Ross truck stop is closed. So tell us, as I'm getting the book, tell the fine folks at home, what are the specific things they need to be looking for that is awesome about Philip Tank, the drawing? Like, what elements do you want people to notice about the awesomeness of Philip Tank?
Well, I mean, the first thing I could get out of the way is like why we started talking about Ice-T in the first place, and that's because of the toothpick he has in his mouth.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Because he is a responsible driver. He does not drive drunk, so the toothpick does not come from a glass of whiskey. Instead, it comes from a nice, refreshing glass of iced tea. Specifically peach iced tea, because that has the same color as whiskey. So, aside from that, he wears eyeliner, which is probably just water grease. Or he just doesn't wash his face. It could also be just stuff gets stuck in his face. Who knows?
Does he use a particular kind of... And yes, Dragon, I am going to finish it at some point. It's on my list, but it's probably not for a while. But yes, at some point I will. Does he use a particular kind of hair product? Like, does he use just car grease for general? Oil. Okay, I was going to say. All right, good. Good. Good.
Like he doesn't have money for fancy... Oh, no. Actually, he uses the Farrah Fawcett hairspray from...
Okay.
Because we need some Stranger Things references in this one.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, probably wears Smells Like Teen Spirit deodorant while we are at it.
I love it. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about your AC, Coven. Good God, man. It's good because I am not particularly handy, so that would be problematic. Yeah, Philip Tank, son of Stuart and Lee Tank. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Designed by one G. Patton. No, like I feel like there's a lot there. Now that the shirt underneath it is that he's wearing. Is that shirt like secretly say like Sesame Street? Like is there something like, you open the jacket and if you ever revealed the shirt, it would be something that would not seem... It would be like a My Little Pony shirt or something that would not seem to be in line with the hard-edged, front, or is it a badass T-shirt also?
It's probably a band shirt.
Okay.
But, I don't know.
But like a lame band?
I was actually thinking about that when I, inked the collar, but I couldn't think of anything good. I'm gonna have to ponder that one, and I'll gladly take recommendations from chat, so...
As to what kind of shirt it might actually be.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay. So, let me fire up my soundtrack here. All right. There we go. Chat, let me know if that's too loud. Oh, man. It's got the synth. Wow. All right. Dig it. Okay. There we go. Just a touch. Good. All right. So, here we go. In case people are curious about what we are supposed to be doing here, our job in this book is to get well, all right, let me describe it very quickly. So we have to figure out how to get back this person because President Jordan of the Car Wars world and his daughter Angela are in Oklahoma, and they're being held prisoner at a place called Two Eagles Ranch. And the problem is that if you don't actually go and get this stuff, if you don't actually go and get him, actually it's the president of Louisiana. I forgot about that because it's Car Wars. If he can't, let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. If you can't get him back in time and people discover, then it's going to create mass panic. And also, he's going to try to force himself to get married to the daughter so that he can be the president's son-in-law. So he's basically trying to create a shotgun wedding where he marries the daughter of the president so as to become his... So he wants to become Jared Kushner, is what I'm saying.
I think you missed a sentence here, or I blacked out, because now you made it sound like the president is going to marry his own daughter.
Oh, no, the person, Two Eagles, the guy who's got him, you know, kidnapped, is that deal. So you have to... You
said Oregon and... not Oregon. Oklahoma and Louisiana, not Alabama.
Oh, did I? Yeah, Louisiana. So it's right. So you have to go to this. Here it is in one sentence. You have to go to the headquarters of Oklahoma oil baron John Two Eagles and free Angela Jordan, daughter of the president of Louisiana. You've been given a computer cube of notes and instructions from your superior, Irene Mirabeau. If you complete the mission, you will earn $100,000 in gold, which will be super useful because it's gold. So certainly in a landscape where you could drive your car, it'll be great to weigh it down with 100,000 worth of gold bars. But anyway, and your time is limited because Jordan's an old man and Angela's young and single. If Two Eagles marries her, he will become the crown prince and would easily succeed Jordan as president of Louisiana. Let's just be clear here. Thank you for the tier 2 sub, Echo. I appreciate that very much, man. Thank you. Let's be clear. Only in Car Wars world could you have the sentence, you have been hired to go to Two Eagles Ranch, headquarters of Oklahoma oil baron John Two Eagles, and free Angela Jordan, daughter of the president of Louisiana. Like, that's a Car Wars type sentence right there.
Yeah, but also like becoming the crown prince of a presidency.
I know. Well, why are we just the president of Louisiana? Like, I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is.
Don't you remember when Louisiana seceded from the rest of...
I remember when we kicked their ass and said, no, you won't, actually. I remember that very well.
I guess like maybe in this alternate universe, Civil War ended differently.
Yeah, that's true. The Civil War ended up a certain way. Yep, well, some people would make the argument they still have been that way, even to this day. Okay, so here we go.
Politics, such fun.
I know. Why did I not save the... There we go. Got it. All right, so we've got the notes. We got everything down there. We're good to go. And here we go. Hype up. Fill up tank rollout. Remember, chat, you are making these decisions as we go through, so let's make it happen. So, a few miles beyond Waco. Wait. $100,000 in gold is only 1.75 kilograms, which is 3.85 pounds. What? Really?
Remember 80s, so inflation.
Yeah, but even so, is that true, though? So all you need is like one gold bar? Like, how do you make change for that? So you just walk in and you're like, hey, can I get an Arizona iced tea? And you just put down a gold bar. like, I'll make $99,995 and... Man. All right. Well, that's good to know. I didn't know that. Okay, so it is useful. Gold is really expensive. Well, I know, but I just didn't think that the... Oh, anyway. Okay. All right. I'm wrong then. Never mind on my gold bars point. Okay. A few miles beyond Waco, you see a sign. Ross Truck Stop next cutoff. Propped below it is another crudely painted sign. Still in business. We're not dead yet. Free charge-ups all day. If you charged your power plant in Waco, which we did, by the way, this probably won't interest you. Otherwise, you may want to stop and power up here. You can't make it to Dallas without recharging somewhere. So you may take the cutoff and head for the Ross Truck Stop or stay on the main road. Now, I will remind everybody...
Good music.
I'm sorry, say what?
Now we have good music.
Yep. So here's the deal. You may take the cutoff and for the Ross Truck Stop, stay on the main road. I do want to remind everybody that according to this, Ross Truck Stop is closed. So that means that someone is trying to get us to go to the Ross truck stop because we're talking ambush. So I just want you all to be aware of that. So, with that said,
It's a tarp.
It is definitely an Akbar moment. So, keeping that in mind, you folks will now have an opportunity to yourselves jump on board with this. I'm not going to put this up as a computer poll. I'll just do it in person because it's only 2 choices. Do you wish to stop? Chat, should we stop for the Ross truck stop, or should we keep on driving up the road? Because no ambush for us. We are going to go get the president's daughter. What's it going to be? Oh, I just got to the part that you said was the actual music. This is a Mad Max type of world. You better believe it, Chatter.
Would you say it's a mad world?
I was just thinking that. Max World. All around me, I see spiked shoulder pads. Oh, man.
Oh, beautiful.
Shatter. Hey. All right, drive. It's a tarp. Never stop, never stopping. Keep on trucking. I
Keep on trucking.
I approve all of these car-related phrases. Can we keep this up the whole time? That would be great. Okay, so I will last call to get these votes. Maximum overdrive. Okay. Stay on the main road is chat's decision. It's a mad world. It's true. What was the name of that movie that I think was based on maybe on a Stephen King story? I'm not sure about that. But it was a story where this guy is out, like he's out somewhere in the desert, and there's this 18-wheeler that basically stalks him, that like tries to, and it's, I don't remember if it's being driven by a ghost or if it's like never clear who's actually driving it. And it's like, it was called Duel. That's what it was called. Yes. Duel. Yeah. And
that does not ring a bell.
Yeah, Duel. And I think it was based, I want to say that it was based on a Stephen King story, but I may be misremembering. Yeah, Duel though. Good one, Trish. Okay. You stay on the highway. A few minutes later, you pass through the small city of Ross. If you blink, you'll miss it. No, it was not Stand By Me, Admiral Kirk. It was also not the Tommy Knockers or the Shining, all right? I know those ones. If you blink, you'll miss it, and then you're back on the open road. The weather is beginning to look threatening. A few drops of rain fall on the windshield and are quickly swept away. You turn on your headlights and continue. Yes?
What are some good 80s cars? Because I don't know cars.
So many. Corvette. The Corvette was a good one. Nissan. The Nissan Altima was a good one. Like basically DeLorean, if you want to talk about Back to the Future special.
I have sat in a DeLorean. Those things are fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah, but
There's a reason they were discontinued.
It's not about how they feel. They look badass. That's all that matters.
Like, I barely fit in there. Like, how did Christopher Lloyd fit in there? He's like, what, 2 meters tall?
Yeah, it's true.
Like, ugh. See, like, I can understand how, like, tiny Michael J. Fox fit in there, but, like, oof.
I do remember Maximum Overdrive. Yeah, I do remember. That wasn't the one I was thinking of, but I remember that echo for sure. Food riots of the 2020s, the U.S. dissolved. U.S. said no. Texas detonated their nuclear warheads in Dallas, destroying the city and the entire U.S. National Guard that arrived to stop the revolt. Treaty was signed minutes later when they announced the remainder of their nuclear stockpile was aimed at the northeast coast. Treaty dissolved the U.S. national government immediately, or the resulting nuclear war would have killed 99% of the Western population. I got my old rule book out. Yeah, that's right, the old Car Wars rule book. It was written by Richard Matheson. Oh my goodness, Richard Matheson of I Am Legend, Richard Matheson? I didn't know that. Oh my goodness, I had no idea. Pontiac Firebird. Yeah, oh, that's a great one, Barizzle. That is an 80s car to end 80s cars. And look, if we're going to talk about, and I think this car, people in chat will remind me, Kit from Knight Rider, that car, every kid wanted that car in the 80s. That car was badass, and I think it was a Pontiac. I'm pretty sure is what it was based on, right? Lamborghini Countach, yeah, or Countach rather. Ferrari Testarossa, yeah, it was a Firebird. But oh man, anyone remember the episode of where Kit faces Car, the evil version of Kit? Oh man, it was the best. You sat in Kit, it's a Firebird, yeah. Oh man, Kit was so cool. All right. So, let's see. Right.
I don't know cars.
Onward. Trans Am. Oh man, the Trans Am. Yes, the Trans Am. So good. Okay. Onward to the north you drive. The land here is flat. Oh, sorry. What's up?
What was the name of the car again? Something Piranha, right?
Piranha. It is called a Piranha. Do you want to know how to spell it or no?
No, that's fine.
Okay, it's a Piranha.
I thought
that
it was
Richard
a car. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I totally did not know that was a Matheson story. That's cool. Onward to the north you drive. Oop, too quiet. There it is. The land here is flat, but the wildflowers along the road are beautiful. You remember reading somewhere that for more than 60 years, the Texas Highway Department has planted flowers to beautify the roads. Even the occasional wreck along the roadside doesn't detract too much. Because in the dystopian future, we still need to plant flowers. Let's just keep that in mind. What's up, El Marinan? Geeking out over a few cars. People know this in chat. I want to, when the PlayStation 5 comes out, one of the reasons that I'm going to get that console, it's the freaking Gran Turismo game that's coming out. I love the Gran Turismo series. I do like that. It is good stuff. The second kit was a Ford Shelby GT 500KR. Yeah. Dystopia needs flowers more than ever. You were approaching the town of Hillsborough. Here you know you must detour. This stretch of interstate is so badly torn up that the official Highway 1 now goes through this small town. Mark off another hour of driving time. Okay, so time right now is 5:30 p.m. So if we mark this off, it's going to be 6:30 p.m., which gives us 17 and a half hours left. Okay, so if it is 5 to 7 p.m., and it is, turn to 186. All right. As you approach the town of Hillsborough, you see a flashing sign that says, "Stop ahead." Sure enough, you see barricades. You approach warily, but if it's a trap, it's a very official one. Behind the barricades are several cars with flashing lights, including one Texas Ranger vehicle. Over the CB, you ask, "What's going on?" Soon your hail is answered. The highway has been blocked off for the annual Hillsborough April Fool Marathon. You interrupt, "But this is April 2nd?" At least 4 voices chime in over the airwaves. April Fool! It's good to know, chat, that even in the dystopian future, April Fool's jokes are just as stupid as they were in our time. Good God. By now, you have reached the barricades, so you get out to stretch your legs and get an explanation in person. That's a forehead joke right there. Like the forehead emote, like the heh. By now, you've reached the barricades, so you get out to stretch your legs and get an explanation in person. The police and rangers are happy to explain. That one, Echo. Yeah, exactly. The police and rangers are happy to explain. This is an annual celebration. Everyone's having a good time. There are a lot of bottles in evidence. Oh, great. Remember, we drink responsibly, okay? As opposed to everybody else. Unfortunately, the marathon route crosses the highway. Therefore, the highway will be barricaded until 7:30. It's perfectly legal and the rangers are there to enforce it. God damn it, that's great. What will you do? Kill time until 7:30, that's an hour from now. Drive around the town and keep going, or crash the barricades and head north. Oh, God. So, do we kill time? Do we drive around the town and keep going, or crash the barricades? I feel like that's going to get every cop in the world on us, but okay. So, what should we do? Should we kill time until 7:30? Drive around the town. Or
is it bad that I'm just copying a photo of a car? Is that okay?
That's fine. You just have to add your own touches to it. Didn't you do one that was like this evil duck driving, or this badass duck driving a cartoon car?
I did Donald Duck as a Mad Max.
Okay, that's right. The Mad Max. Mad Donald. Okay, so there we go. What's it going to be?
Oh, wait. This one.
The Firebird, Firebird SE, and the Firebird Trans Am. Yeah, Trans Am is the one that I remember. All right, what's it going to be, folks? Why am I not surprised you voted to crash the barricades, Echo? You need to stop being so motivated by Full Throttle and by what was the one with Lemmy did the music?
You mean Brutal Legend?
Yeah, Brutal Legend.
Yeah, there was a lot of music and they're not just Motorhead.
No, I know, but yeah, I know. But
he was a character in that game, though.
That's what I meant. Like, I was thinking about, that was the one that everyone told me. Yeah, there we go.
the
I
master.
love that cartoon. That cartoon you did. Would have been okay if you plagiarized it without telling us. Sheesh. Copying 101. Violence is the answer. You guys are nuts. We're going to do this and we're going to get every ranger and police. We're going to get every cop in the place after us. Really?
Well, I mean, in the spirit of the current times.
So I say
Let
that.
us have our escapist fantasy, please.
This is what this is what happens. I say that and immediately everyone's like, quick, more votes. I'm like, all right, last call.
In the US, you drive on the right side, right?
Right side.
Yeah.
Well, in the dystopian US, we drive wherever the hell we want. That's what we do. This is Car Wars all or nothing.
So this vaguely resembles a car so far.
So far, yeah. If I were not looking carefully and I just looked over it, I'd be like, that's a car. For sure. Okay.
Oh my god, I have a great story to tell. Sorry. Tangent.
That's fine. Go ahead and tell your story and then I'll close the poll.
Last Comic Salon I went to, there was this great event, which I think I told you about, where they did live music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, what was the... I think they played blues rock, I'm not sure. And one of the big artists of that year, he did live drawings on a...
Yes, you did tell me this, but tell them.
Through a projector in ink to the music. Where they played, what's his name, Nick Cage? Yeah, Nick Cage covers.
Okay.
Among others, because he did a comic about Nick Cage. That's right. And like in one scene, he drew a woman in a car. And afterwards, he was like, when I talked to him, he was like, oh my god, I've completely fucked that one up because he accidentally drew the woman sitting in the middle of the car.
Oh no.
Instead of to one side. And he was so fed up about that. It was funny. Yeah.
That's funny. That's pretty sweet though, doing the illustrations with to the music.
That was dope.
I dig it. And what kind of music did you say? Like it was
Nick Cage covers and also Johnny Cash 1 or 2 songs, because he also did the Johnny Cash comic.
Speaking of that, Charlie Daniels just passed away today. Charlie Daniels did The Devil Went Down to Georgia, which most people have heard, like Devil Went Down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. And it was like a rock song that had a big fiddle solo. Yep. He died today. It was, I think, 83.
Wow.
So, yeah. He was an original, Charlie Daniels. All right. No, I don't think maybe, actually, yes. I think you may have told me that. I remember that vaguely, Coven, that he sent your grandpa a letter. I think I do remember that. Yeah, he had some great stuff. That The Devil Went Down to Georgia still holds up, actually. That's a legit song. And I'm not a big country music guy, but that song, which is really more rock than country anyway, is pretty legit. Yeah, that song does kick ass, yeah. Okay, so because Chad is insane, Chad has decided to take the stance that it's a good idea to do this and to crash the barricades and head north. So here we go. I think you're going to have a good... maybe you'll be able to draw the rear of this, Terry. The rear of the drawing will just be a bunch of cops, like a bunch of cars, just like racing after us. I guess we're the only ones who aren't drunk. Maybe that will work for us. Not a smart move. There are a half dozen police, sheriff, and ranger cars right behind you, and an equal number of Hillsborough natives angry at having their celebration spoiled. They've been drinking, but that just makes them meaner. Furthermore, they know the territory you don't. You get about a mile before they shoot your wheels off and throw you in the county jail. Your adventure is over. Good job, chat. Way to go, chat. Nice work. Good work. Death count 1. Lovely. Spectacular.
I don't know what to put in the background for this.
Yeah, exactly. Oops. Oh, man. I do not regret anything. Well, you can't because you're in jail now. And now we've lost the president of Louisiana. Or his daughter, I think.
Both.
Man. This is Car Wars, another word for Carmageddon. Yeah, it was rigged. All right. Well, let's go back to the Fortunately for all of you, the save point was right before this anyway, so... Onward to the north you drive. Land here is flat, but the wildflowers along the road are beautiful. You remember reading somewhere that for more than 60 years, the Texas Highway Department, who you just blew off by blowing through their barricades, has...
Wait, we are in Texas?
In Texas. Oh, yeah, we're in Texas.
Oh, I thought we are in Louisiana. God damn it.
No. We're heading north.
I was just looking up photos of Louisiana for background art inspiration.
No, definitely Texas. Yeah, Waco and Hillsborough. Has planted flowers to beautify the roads. Even the occasional wreck along the roadside doesn't detract too much. Yeah, exactly. Chasing cop cars, helicopters. You're approaching the town of Hillsborough. Here you know you must detour. This stretch of interstate is so badly torn up that the official Highway 1 now goes through the small town. Mark off another hour of driving time. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So, turn to 186. All right, here we go again. All right, chat. So here we've got two decisions now, thanks to you picking the one. Do we kill time until 7:30, or do we drive around the town and keep going? So what do we want to do? Do we kill time until 7:30, that's an hour, or do we drive around the town and keep going? No, you cannot blow through the barricade again. We already talked about this. Coven.
I vote we blow through the barricade.
You people. Okay, yeah, so kill time. Elswin says drive around. So we got drive around and kill time. What do other people say? I got one for drive around and one for kill time.
Wait, guys don't do road marks like this. God damn it. It would be weird having German-style road marks in Texas.
That's true. All right, go around. Mephiston would be, I think was that kill time? So we have 2 for kill time and 2 for drive around. Dragon Spear says 3, I'm going to assume kill is kill time. So 3 for kill time, 2 for drive around. I am not going to try that again, Admiral Kirk.
Oh.
Living up to his name. Drive around. All right, drive around. I like driving, let's drive. Okay, so we've got drive around. All right, it looks like drive around is going to win the day. I'm going to last call this. No, it's more than that now, Elswin. We've got more than that now, because we had other people who voted. Yeah, it's for drive around. People are voting for drive around right now. Going once. Going twice. Yes, thank you for the reminder, Echo, actually. Thank you for reminding me that. All right, we're going to drive around the town, and we're going to keep going through the will of chat. Not a smart move. The cops all... No, I'm just kidding. You don't want to wait. You ask for directions for a detour. The local cops are happy to oblige. I'll bet they are. But their directions take you down a number of little-traveled roads. Have you gotten a charge since Austin? And we have gotten a charge since Austin, fortunately. Mark off an hour spent driving fruitlessly through low hills looking for non-existent marker signs. Oh my god. Okay, get ready for this, people. It's 7:30 p.m., okay? So we lost an hour doing that, which means we would have lost an hour either way, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Guess what happens when we come back? Another April Fool's joke from the Happy Hillsborough Law Enforcement Bureau.
Why?
This is my WTF face, all right? Eventually, you enter Hillsborough the back way, having somehow bypassed the highway. I should run them over, I know. So you may go to the garage or leave town. So, do we go to the garage or leave town? Do we go to the garage carrying our limpet mines so we can blow up the garage? No. You may go to the garage or leave town. Oh, guns blazing. So go to the... Just tell me in chat because it's only a 2-person choice. Okay, garage. What else? Can't believe they did that. April Fools. And again, how funny was that? Not very funny.
Funniest.
The funniest. Okay, garage. I'm going to go to the garage and then I'm going to steal Kit. That's how this goes down. That's the origin story of our version of Knight Rider. Exactly, TNS.
By the way, can anybody guess so far what car I'm drawing? Based on my sloppy sketch.
It looks... Okay, well, wait. That looks like a... Is that a Firebird? It's got the pop-up headlights. I was just going to say that, Coven. Yeah, the headlights that pop up.
Unless that is called a Firebird. Let me check. I don't know cars from here.
What's this clip?
Car.
It's definitely a car. Thank you, Elva Marinan. Thank you for that. That is...
No, it's not a Firebird. Why?
This is my WTF face, all right? It's not curvy enough for a Corvette. Okay. So...
Or is it?
Or is it? All right, we're going to the garage through the will of chat. Okay. This garage doubles as the local AADA, that is the Automobile Association, Duelist Association, you know what I mean. Here you can get a power plant charge, $50, negligible time, and you can get other things as well. So first of all, just a quick note. We have right now $90 of gold, basically, is what it's worth. So we could spend $50 to get a charge. My question, I would say that since we just drove around for a bunch of time, we probably want to get a charge here while we can. So, because we didn't get a charge in Ross. So, do we get a charge here? Before I ask you anything else that this asks you to do. That's it. American Auto Duelist Association, yeah. So, yes with charge. Yes.
Also, it is a Corvette.
It is a Corvette, okay.
Yeah, I think. Wait, let me double check.
You keep having to doubt yourself.
A Corvette C4. That's what it is.
A Corvette
that
C4.
That one is not as curvy as the other Corvettes, I think.
Okay, so we have been charged. Good. Now, what else would you like to do? We could... I'm not going to have our car repaired because we haven't gotten damaged at all. Or attempt repairs yourself. I don't think there's any reason to get medical aid because we haven't gotten hurt at all. So, we have two things we can decide to do. We can ask for information on road conditions or leave Hillsborough. So we can ask for information on the road ahead, basically, or leave Hillsborough. What would you folks like to do?
I roll to pet the dog.
C4. Pretty much, Rudna, yeah. So directions? Okay. So, what do we say? Ask for information on road conditions or leave Hillsborough. Okay, so ask. Yep. Others. Got a very Indian feeling sound with this current part of the music. Ask. Ask not? What? Corvette C4, the only car more explosive than a Pinto. My cousin had a Pinto. Man, that thing was garbage. Although, I had a friend in high school who had a Scirocco, and that thing was such crap, he actually had to... He came in once, he was leaving after we had been hanging out, he's leaving my house, and the car, like, literally 5 minutes after he leaves, he comes walking back in. He's like, do you have a twist tie? I'm like, do I have a what? And so he needed a twist tie so that he could go and basically twist around the spark plug enough so it wouldn't fall out while he was driving. I'm like, dude, can you please, at this point, a bicycle would be safer than this. Like, what, why are you, he was an awful driver too. Like, just a dreadful, terrible driver. But yeah, it was just bad. It was so bad. Oh, man. Okay. So it looks like people want us to ask for information on road conditions. Okay. The garage operator is busy, but he finds time to check his computer link. Mark off 30 minutes. So that means we're at 8 o'clock. Oh, wait. I did that the wrong way. It should have been 16 and a half. So 16 hours now. Okay. So it is now 8 p.m. Okay. 8 p.m. If you're gonna... Okay. Heavy thunderstorms and possible severe winds all along your route. That's great. Psycho gang activity reported just north of Dallas. 2 casualties. All right, that's great. So let me write that down. Cycle gang north of Dallas. Okay. I have added that note. All right. So now that we've found that out, we can actually leave Hillsborough. Let's do it. All right, and I'm going to, since I never actually put a save point on this, I'm going to do that now. Let's see. 8 p.m. Okay, I'm going to say DC. This is still part of the soundtrack. I just don't know what is going on with it. Save point. Equals 226. Okay. You drive on north through darkness and occasional thick splatters of rain. Before long, you're back on the old interstate. Almost immediately, you have a decision to make as the highway forks. Will you take the east fork towards Dallas or the west fork into Fort Worth? You know the eastern route normally has fewer delays, and the two routes will rejoin north of the Twin Cities. Now remember, we just found out that there's been cycle gang activity north of Dallas, so we just want to keep that in mind. So do we go east towards Dallas, or do we want to go west, so as to avoid the cycle gangs, I guess, west towards Fort Worth? So you can tell me this in chat. Dallas or Fort Worth? West, which is Fort Worth, okay? Yeah, so east towards Dallas or west towards Fort Worth? What say you all? I've got one vote for west. I need more votes than one. What votes do we have? West towards Fort Worth or east towards Dallas?
What is this about the exposed motors that, like, apparently all these Mad Max cars seem to have, like, as a standard, like with the motor peeking out of the
right
front thing, whatever it's called.
I just think, you know, it just looks awesome. And presumably also helps dissipate heat, maybe? I don't actually know.
I know Hot Wheels do that.
Yeah, there's that's what Coven Guy just said about air intake for cooling. Yeah, I think that's basically it. It's like why all of them end up having spoilers on the back, you know, like it was just kind of a look thing, and then also helped with cooling. The air intake helped with
spoilers?
cooling. No, the air intake helped with cooling.
I was about to say, because I do know how spoilers work.
No, the spoiler was not about that, but the spoiler also was not really as much about its practical effect and just about the look, honestly. So, hey, what's up, Crimin5? Yeah, it's for Supercharger, yeah. Okay, West, Dallas. Okay, we've got 2 for Fort Worth, 1 for Dallas. 2 for Fort Worth, 1 for Dallas. Last call. 2 for Fort Worth, 1 for Dallas. Right, so it increases your stability. Right, that's right. The best is, I think it's the Bugatti that has a spoiler that as you get to a certain speed, it automatically deploys so as to keep you down on the ground. So... Right, they do almost nothing at road speed, yeah. Okay, so it looks like chat has decided that we are heading towards Fort Worth. Let's do it. You take the West Fork heading toward Fort Worth. The land around you is flat and arid. Even though it is drizzling, the wind kicks up dust. Eventually, you see the lights of Fort Worth in the distance. Mark off an hour for driving time from Hillsboro. Okay, so it's now 9 p.m., and we have 15 hours left. If you drive around the city, or do we want to go into Fort Worth? So do we want to drive around Fort Worth, or do we want to go into Fort Worth? So what do you think, chat? Into Fort Worth or around Fort Worth? Yeah, I guess so, Elswin. I was most aware of it with the Bugatti. Remember, most of what I know about super deluxe sports cars, I get from my knowledge of Gran Turismo. So...
I know about cars I know from Top Gear.
You broke up from what?
From Top Gear.
Oh, from Top Gear. Yeah.
Oh god, I watched one episode of American Top Gear. That was like the worst piece of television I ever saw. That was so bad.
No, you want the original. You want the original
yeah.
Top Gear. Is there something we need? I don't know, Caro. I don't know if we're just going into the city so that we can get like information about the road ahead or something? I don't know. I'm not sure. So, let's see. So, Elswin says go in. Admiral Kirk says go in. Arudinel says go around. So, we've got 2 for going into the city and 1 for going around. Right. In. 3 for in, 1 for go around. Going once. Going twice. And... yes, it is Blade Runner, the Blade Runner game OST specifically. Okay, we're going into Fort Worth. What would you like to do in Fort Worth? We could get car repairs, although we don't need that. We could get medical help. We don't need that either. So never mind those choices. We could, let's see. Okay. So instead of doing that, we could shop for a new car, visit the AADA to check on road conditions ahead, visit Uncle Albert's, that's the gun shop, or leave the city. So
if you're gonna buy a new car, I'm gonna.
I don't think we have the money. We only have $40. I don't think that's going to give us enough to get it. But, and of course we want to make sure.
I'm drawing the Piranha now, so we are gonna stick with the Piranha.
Yeah, but what if the next car is like a tank? I mean, like a literal actual
tank. Oh, too
tank.
bad. Get a new artist.
Okay, so what should we do? Should we shop for a new car? Should we go to Uncle Albert's? We're so sorry, Uncle Albert. Go to Uncle Albert's. Do we go to the ADA, the AADA to check on conditions ahead? Or do we leave the city? Who's calling me on my cell phone? I don't care. It's not a name I recognize, so doesn't matter. All right. There it's going to be. What's it going to be, folks? Hey, hello, Andara Lights. Hello to you from Germany. You being in Germany, that is. But I have my co-presenter, as they say in Europe. My co-host here is from Germany.
Lies, all of it. Hallo.
What do you mean rob a bank?
Wie geht's, wie steht's?
So yeah, shop for a new car, go to Uncle Albert's, go to the AADA to check on conditions ahead. Or leave. I've been digging this going to every AADA, just like, what's happening next? What's coming up next? What's coming up next? What's coming up?
What is an AAD? What?
The American, the automobile, what did Aruna just found this? It's, there we go, the American Auto Duelist Association.
Auto Duelist?
Mm-hmm.
You guys duel with cars?
This is not a real thing, except in the dystopian future.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I mean,
only slightly confused now.
It's kind of, I mean, it should be a real thing. I mean, like, it essentially is by default.
Jousting with cars.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I loved Interstate 76. That game was slick back in the day.
Can you imagine, though, jousting with cars?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, with actual jousting poles?
I should not be trying to drink when you're talking. Yes, I can, and that would be deeply troubling. Oh my god. Ah, we just got it. Okay, you're gonna have to translate for me, Terry.
What? Oh, I just realized I'm not hosting. I'm an idiot.
Well, that's fine.
Nah, give me a minute.
Actually, wait, Caro, aren't you German, Caro? You should be able to translate. Give me that translation, Caro. What did Andara just say? He said, "You suck, Arv," and
Thunder.
thank you for the host, TariToons. Appreciate it. And thank you also for the host.
I can't see the German thing anymore. Rip.
Here it is. Here it is. Now I got it. You see it?
Thunder.
Thank you, Shatter, for the host.
Oh. Thank you very much. Everything is fine. This is my first time.
Everything is fine. What?
I'm assuming that is in response to, like, hello.
Yes,
I hope
basically.
you're fine. Welcome. So yeah, like, thank you for having me.
Oh, okay.
Good.
And he says I'm here for the
This
first
is my
time.
first time watching
Yay!
live.
Well, welcome. Thank you very much. Fortunately, I have some amazing Germans that can help me understand these things. So I got the host. Oh, and I got the sub. Oh, thank you, Terry. 28 months. Wow. Look at that. 28 months. 2 years and 4 months right there. Okay. So we have decided.
Not long anymore, and I can go to kindergarten finally.
Exactly. Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the age for that in the US is. Over here, 3 years old usually.
That's actually early. Yeah, usually kindergarten is right around 5. So.
Oh, really?
5 years old. Yeah. Yeah.
That,
Pre-K
so you
is
don't
4.
go to kindergarten very long.
No. Yeah, kindergarten for us is just a year. Kindergarten and then first grade, second grade, third grade, and on from there. Yep. But we have pre-K, which is the year before it, and nursery school, a lot of people do, which is the year before that. So it's probably like what you do, except that it's just split into a couple of different things.
No, we do have nursery school.
Oh, okay.
But that's for babies.
That's for real babies. Okay, yeah, because we have that's basically daycare. Nursery school is like for, 3, 2.5, 3-year-olds, basically.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, I'm digging this demon car. All right, last call, and poll is closed. Yeah, if you're new, Enderalites, then you will. Then just to let you know, we have a voting system where people can vote on what you're going to do in the game. And so far, chat has successfully today managed to get get themselves killed by running a barricade in front of a bunch of drunk police. So that was the decision-making process that was made by chat, and so just letting you know what to deal with. Unfortunately, the Fort Worth branch of Uncle Albert is closed for repairs. The security guard is happy to talk about it to relieve the boredom. Some sort of new gadget they just got in from National. They put it on a scrambler and tried it out. Whole car just blew up. Mark off 30 minutes and return to 292. Look, we even have a picture. See, that's him standing in front of the closed Uncle Albert's. So we have wasted our time, is what happened. Okay. So now we have just a really simple decision, which is, do we leave or do we go to the AADA to check on road conditions ahead? Left.
Why do I get the feeling that all of these options only exist to waste our time and or kill us?
I know, right? Like, exactly. April Fools and new car tools. I know. Okay, so Elswin says leave.
Well, we could have guessed that the store was going to be closed. If they're going to have, like, a local holiday that everybody's going to be celebrating, right?
Well, but we already passed those people. This is another city, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went past them, and after we ran the barricades and, killed ourselves, then we were sensible and we went around it. Okay, so Elston says leave. All right. Leave. All right, we got 4 leaves. All right, so it looks like people want us to leave. We're worried about the time.
Yum.
Okay. And... all right, last call. Okay, we are going to leave. So, before you leave town, you may want to rest for a while, but if it's 11 p.m. or earlier, and it is, you can drive a little longer without a nap. All right. Keep on driving. Sleep is for the weak. Okay. You exit the city gates. Would you like to detour through Dallas or head north toward Oklahoma? I feel like detour is not a good idea, by the way. If we're going to leave, I think we're leaving because we don't want to waste more time. Plus, you have the cycle gangs over there. But... so, do you want to detour through Dallas or head north toward Oklahoma? Yeah, there are cycle gangs we found out from the AADA.
They have bicycles.
No, motorcycle,
Oh.
Not bicycle gangs. Yeah, they're tricycle gangs, Terry.
The Netherlands.
They're tricycle gangs with the tassels off the handles and like the little bell. Ding, ding.
Beautiful. Oh,
now, if it was a big wheel gang, do you have big wheels in Germany? Yeah, big wheels. Big wheels are basically like for little kids.
Like chopper bicycles.
But they're tiny, like for little kids. Like they're made of plastic. They're practically indestructible. And they have these 2 big like plastic wheels in the back and then 1 huge oversized wheel in the front. So
That does not ring a bell.
yeah, I had a big wheel when I was a kid.
We have cat cars.
Cat cars.
No, not cat cars. Ketka. That's
Okay,
a brand name.
What is a ketka?
It's like a go-kart, but like a bicycle. Like you have a pedal in it. You power it yourself.
Oh, okay. It's like a Flintstones car, is what you're saying.
Well, no, with a Flintstones car, you walk on the floor.
Yeah, well, don't. So you pedal, so it's not quite the same thing. I see.
Yeah.
The pedals are right, exactly, Carol. The pedals were at the front wheel. Oh man, and then they had the tassels off the back. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see. So it looks like we are heading north towards Oklahoma, from what I can tell. Yeah, a bunch of badass bikers on big wheels. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're gonna head north. The two parts of Texas 1 rejoin in the sleepy town of Denton. The rain is falling steadily now, and you see occasional sheets of lightning in the distance. Visibility is poor. You drive over a bridge as you enter town. The creek below is swollen and turbulent. Mark off another 30 minutes of driving time. It might have been less in good weather. There's a truck stop here. You may stop or go on. All right, do we stop at the truck stop, or do we keep on rolling, chat?
Oh, we are not a truck, so what business do we have?
Yeah,
to stop
how
here?
could exactly? Well, of course, big wheel meets Wikipedia's notability standards. It's a big wheel. Big wheels were a big deal, man. Big deal wheel. The Keta car had gears? Yeah, or the Ket car. I see.
There's also a band with that name. Just remembered.
Ket car. Ket is German for chain.
Well, Kette is
Keta car.
Kette, but that sounds stupid.
So Keta car would not work. Can I have a Keta car?
Jesus, no.
You must have at some point been like, "Can I have a Keta car, please?" At some point.
No, because we had like one boy in the village who had one of these, and he would like stalk me around the village when I was walking around.
Well, that's why you needed one, so that you could stalk him back or avoid him.
Aha, no, but I could take stairs and he couldn't.
Oh, it's like the TARDIS in Doctor Who. Like, I mean, not the TARDIS, the Daleks. You just go up in stairs and you defeat them completely because they can't climb stairs.
Yeah, I guess.
Testing out the pole tool. Oh, there's a pole. The only thing about that is that I can't see the pole on Chatty Shatter. That's the only problem. Otherwise, I think that would be a great idea, but I can't see it on Chatty, which is what I'm using. Yeah. It's the same reason why I can't see Hype Train either. Well, we have 14 hours left, Caro, before it's apparently that's when the wedding is going to happen, and this guy, this oil baron, will marry the daughter of the current Louisiana president. So we've only got 14 hours.
You should buy like a cheap bouquet of flowers at the gas station.
Yeah, exactly.
And be like, I brought you a gift.
The ones wrapped in plastic that have like
Yeah.
the, yep. Mm-hmm. Do I know Drew McIntyre from the WWE? I have not paid any attention to the WWE since the 1980s.
Drew McIntyre, yes.
What is
Sorry.
What is Drew McIntyre German? Is that the?
No. He's Scottish.
He's Scottish. No, I don't know Drew McIntyre.
Well, I mean, his character is anyway. I don't know if he is.
Has to be roses because roses have spikes. Yes. How far away? I think the wedding is in Oklahoma. We're heading to Oklahoma to do it, so I think that's why.
Wait, I thought we were going to Louisiana.
The president of Louisiana was visiting Oklahoma when this happened. See.
Okay.
Looks like
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
stopping. What do we got? We have a what's the vote right now, Shatter? It's 2-1. Okay. There's a Knight Rider big wheel? What?
Well, you know what you're going to get for your son, huh?
I know, right? For my
It's
son,
like
I'm going
these
to tell him
types
to
of
scale
gifts,
it up
like
and
when
have it for
dads
me.
get them for their kids and never actually get them for their kids, they get them for themselves.
100%.
Ride a power cycle with Kit on a pretend instrument panel. Here he comes. You can pretend Kit is talking, leading you to the enemy.
To be fair, I also loved Knight Rider when I was a kid.
He's gonna pass us. Just spin up. We've got a code.
Oh, yeah, this-
Good, Turbo.
Oh, the spin out wheel. The spin out handle.
For Knight Rider.
Right, kid?
There's also the Knight Rider 2000 pedal car with a real voice.
Knight
for
Rider
kids.
2000 pedal car from Coleco. Oh man, I remember the freaking the thing you could get to basically spin out the big wheel. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Okay.
Some very romantic music playing right now.
Okay. Log into Ubisoft.com and watch the show on July 12th to unlock Watch Dogs 2 free on PC. Really? Wow, that's pretty good. Hi, Jay. I have not, Ballsteg. I didn't even know that there was that he was doing a Kickstarter today. How's it been doing? Okay, so the truck stop is fairly busy. If it is 11 p.m. or earlier, and it is. All right, so you don't really need to rest just yet. You can get a meal and look around or hit the road right now. Are we going to get a meal and look around, or are we going to hit the road? 250,000 funded in 3 minutes, sitting at 3.2 million. Wow.
Or what? Who's funding
For
what?
Brandon Sanderson doing a Kickstarter. Wow. That is the kind of Kickstarter magic I would like to see happen for the Gray Shade Kickstarter. Oh my goodness.
Do you ever forget how your program works that you are working in? Oh, that's how I do a new layer. Jesus. I think I need coffee.
All right, let's see.
I'm not the smartest person.
Don't show me the YouTube video. Show me the actual Kickstarter. The Way of Kings 10th Anniversary Leatherbound Edition. Celebrate 10 years of the Stormlight Archive with Brandon Sanderson. Just started, 10,949 backers, and it's up to 3,256,791. Holy crap. Brandon Sanderson, who has spoken to my class. I actually taught a book of his, and he spoke to my class directly. That is sick.
Awesome.
That leather edition, that's a nice looking edition, too. We will have a leather-bound edition for... a beautiful edition for Tales and Tomes.
That's sick. I got really lucky with a book last week.
What's that? What book?
So, gonna have to talk about heraldry again now. So, like, while talking about some things regarding heraldry with some people over at the heraldry Discord, somebody brought up a specific book from the 1900s, like late 1900s. I think it's like 1892 or something, which is a book on Prussian and general German heraldry, which was like apparently hugely influential and has been like reprinted multiple times since then. I mean, that's a very, very old book. And I managed to find a copy of one of the reprints, and apparently it used to be like 200 euros for like a used copy, and I got like one for 6 euros.
Wow.
So lucky, yeah. They are just gorgeous.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Hey, Malovich. This is an app, a game aid. That's all of the above. This is... Wow, I just saw... Oh, man, unbelievable. Anyway... Yes, this is Melovich, the Sorcery Project, which was made by one of my mods and viewers, Netowin, who's been here on and off. He has not been here, though, for months again. He's very busy doing stuff, but he used to be here quite a bit, and he made that for me. And then he also made Arvbot, which is our proprietary, in-house, also designed by him, bot that allows people to vote on stuff. And so, yeah, that's basically what it is. And... It is, this is what we use to do these games. I'm having to modify it a little bit because it was designed for the Fighting Fantasy game books, which we will return to again in the future. But we've been venturing farther afield and playing like Lone Wolf games, and then we played the Barbarian, Sagard the Barbarian games, and we did some of these other books. And now we're doing one of the Car Wars books before we get close to moving in towards, back towards the Fighting Fantasy. So yeah. Yes, Kevin Guy, Netowin is Russian, yeah. Okay, so what was the final vote? I'm so sorry. I was like rushing to a bunch of things as well. So we got
Russian,
meal,
a bunch of things.
meal, food, meal. Seems pretty clear. Okay, we're going to eat, right? Okay. All right. See, we need to build up the awareness for the Kickstarter. Yeah, I would be interested in that too, actually, Jay. I would be interested about that too. I'm very excited about some of these projects happening. I'm excited about the Tales and Tomes book coming out, the actual print version of it. I'm really excited about the Gray Shade Kickstarter when we launch that. I have a couple of other projects that I can't talk about. One in particular that is looking pretty awesome that we'll be able to announce probably pretty soon that I'm involved with. And of course, I'm extremely excited about Icarus. Again, I'm so proud of how that book is appearing, and just everyone involved, including Ballsteg and the fine people at Athos Arts, have done just a wonderful job with it. So I'm excited, and I'm hoping those of you who supported it, thank you, and I'm hoping those of you who have not yet, when you see it, you'll be like, damn, I want to get that book, because I'm really, really pleased with how the art came out. Achala Fabio, the artist, did a great job. Okay, so blah 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 blah. We are eating a meal. All right. You pay $5 for a fairly good chicken fried algae steak with synthetic home fries. Not bad. Then you wander into the armory to look around. So we have $35 left. Okay. You already got your pre-order down for I and J. Yeah, no, for sure, Echo. Those ones are... I appreciate that very much. It's going to be great. Okay, we have regular body armor. We already have that. We don't need that. We have more grenades. We have more ammunition. We could still sell, it says, some ammunition, although I don't think we actually have any ammunition right now. Stashed in a corner, so basically we have grenades. We already got a bunch of grenades. But stashed in a corner, we also find a dusty case of Uncle Albert's laser foam. And in fact, there's even a picture of it here. Uncle Albert's laser foam is what it says. You never heard of this stuff before. The label looks like it was run off on a cheap copier. It says, quote, protects against laser fire in big letters. In the fine print, it says, this is an experimental product. Uncle Albert's offers no warranty, express or implied, as to its suitability for any use whatsoever. This disclaimer goes on for several paragraphs. There are 7 cans of laser foam left in the case. They are marked down from $45 to $35 to $20 each. You can buy the laser foam or anything else that you have the money for. You can apply the laser foam on your car immediately if you buy any. So we could get it, folks. We have $35. Do you want to buy a can of laser foam and put this on the car? It'll leave us with $15, but then we'll have laser foam. I don't even know what this is, but it's laser foam. And then you can make Terry put in a little line of laser foam around our car. Mm-hmm. It's shaving cream. I'm sure that in the near dystopian future, they would not cheat people.
What?
Let's not cover our car in snake oil. Snake oil? It's laser foam. Can you buy it and not deploy it right away? I guess so. Although... I guess we could, although it doesn't say when you could apply it. I guess so. I guess you could just... No, we don't have to apply it immediately. It looks like you don't have to apply it immediately. You could just buy it. So do we buy the foam is the first question. Are we buying it or not? So yes buy or no buy? Buy or don't buy? And then we'll decide if we apply it right away or not. Laser foam. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, many things. Okay, Malovich says buy. Coven says buy. Shatter says no. Kirk says no. Real snake oil had some medicinal benefits. It was the original protein drink. That's troubling. Caro says no. Arudinel says no. Andaralite says buy. Okay, so we have 3 yes, 4 no. 3 yes, 4 no for this laser foam. I like the idea that the label was printed like off of someone's, you know, dot matrix printer or something. We've got 4 for buy, 4 for don't buy. Oh, it's close. 4-4. Chat is very tied up on this. Ballstick says buy the laser foam. All right. Thank you, Shatter, for doing that. That's helpful. Thank you. All right. 5 in favor of buy, 4 in favor of don't buy. Baby, bye, bye, bye.
So how do we feel so far about the car?
I mean, so far, I'm loving every
Trying.
part of it. I love the
Okay,
little spikes, which I assume are like, almost looks like teeth that we're talking about.
Oh yeah, piranha teeth.
Yeah, the piranha teeth and the central eye. I love it. They don't know
Oh?
Uncle L like I do. Rude, no. Yeah, Malovich, this game has been out for a long time. Okay, so it looks like we're going to do it. All right, we're going to buy this laser foam. Now, it is raining outside, so are we going to apply the laser foam immediately, or do we want to wait? No, God, wait. What does it do again? We have no idea what it does. It's something about it stops laser fires. It says that it protects against laser fire. In big letters. But Chad is telling us to wait until the rain, you know, until we stop with the rain, which makes sense. Vanity tag. B4D mofo. Yeah, mofo.
No, don't. Oh, I'm assuming the picture is gonna be too small on.
Yeah, you won't be able to see it. I thought it was just a canister you met. No, you don't shoot laser foam at other people. Oh my god, that would be the absolute best. Nice, Piranha. I love it. That's
Thank you.
the best.
Thank you.
That's the kind of detail you don't get anywhere else. Oh, that's the best. That is clutch. I love the idea that you shoot laser foam against other people. I wish that's what it was. Oh man. Yeah, that was spectacular. I love it, Piranha. Okay. So, we are going to mark off 30 minutes for shopping time, and then we're going to get the hell out of Dodge, or wherever the city is that we currently are. And we now have laser foam, which we can apply, just not during the rain. 13.5 hours left. Like a Nerf gun, exactly. But it's like you're covering someone in Nerf. That's what it's like, Elsewin, right? Like you're covering people in Nerf. Okay. Right, we're going
Nerf
to hit
armor.
the road. Exactly, yeah. Okay. You are back on Texas 1 heading north. The storm is worse than ever. Lightning flashes almost constantly. A couple of times it's close enough to make you jump. An especially strong flurry of rain hits you. You are blinded for a second and a crosswind hits your car. Now, you have to try your control roll. So this is the first time we've had a roll today. So the way that a roll works, there's a chance of losing control. So what that means is your control roll is the sum of your driving skill, and our driving skill is 4, and your car's handling class, and our car's handling class is 3. So that means a 7. So if you have a control roll of 6, or in this case 7, you will never lose control unless if you roll a 6, you roll again. So what I need is somebody to roll. Okay, sounds good, Admiral Kirk. I need everybody to roll. Not everybody. I need someone to agree to be the dice roller. Are you going to roll for us, Echo? Because you have done this in the past. You're welcome to do so. So you need to roll just a 6-sided die, remember. Just one 6-sided die. 5. All right. So we maintain control and managed to keep ourselves on the road. Good work. Nice job. We did not lose control of our car. The sky is filled with weird glowing light. Ahead of you, outlined by lightning flashes, you see this. That looks bad, chat. That looks extremely bad. That looks very, very bad. Ahead of you, outlined by lightning flashes, you see a black cloud. It dips toward the earth, elongating and swaying like the trunk of an elephant. It's a tornado coming toward you. What will you do? Speed right for it and hope to punch through. Oh my god, what? Turn around and drive away back down the road, or look for a crossroad and drive at right angles. That is not a hurricane, that is a tornado. Okay.
What is the difference?
A hurricane is a huge water-based storm that occurs over an ocean, and that is very warm and wet, lots of rain, very hard, broad winds, but it tends to be much larger in area. So a hurricane can be many, many miles wide, hundreds of miles, whereas a tornado is very, very small, sometimes so small that it can just be like on one city block. but it's super intense, and it usually doesn't involve water as much as it does just wind. So
Okay.
Sometimes it comes in the middle of stormy weather, but it's not about the water, whereas a hurricane is always about water.
Oh, okay. I see.
Right, exactly. A tornado is kind of like a hurricane if a hurricane were a laser pointer. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Like, very, very common in the Midwest. But there has been a tornado that touched down here. I actually once drove right through the edge of a tornado without realizing it in Brooklyn. And I could tell because the tornado touched down right near where I was, and the trees that were nearby were bending in half. Like, literally bent over in half because of how powerful the wind was. That was... And I was like, wait, what was that? And then it had passed before I knew what was going on. And this is in Brooklyn. It wasn't like I was in, Oklahoma. But... Okay, so we can speed for it. Turn around and drive way back down the road. Or look for a crossroad. Yep. Okay. Yeah, but some hurricanes can be that powerful, can be, hugely sustained winds also. The biggest problem with a lot of hurricanes is not so much the wind, although that is an issue, but the rain and the tidal surge. Okay, so this is what we can do. What are we going to do? Do you want to speed right for the tornado and hope to punch through it, turn around and drive away, or look for a crossroad to drive at right angles? How do you, chat, want to escape this? How will you escape that? It's coming at you like this. What the heck? Skip ads. Okay. So the Blade Runner one came to an end, so...
Oh, yeah. So it is.
Let's see. Oh, I know what we can do for this one is... the Mad Max OST. I will put a link here. Wait. Is that the game? Yes, it is. Alright, hang on a second here. Okay, let's put the link in. Alright, there's the Mad Max OST. Flooding kills more than hurricanes and wind. Yeah. Well, because like hurricanes, as they stick, they can just saturate and saturate and saturate. I've lived through several hurricanes, and I'm not saying that they're great. They can be hugely destructive. But if you're lucky enough that you can be higher up and not in a place where flooding is an issue, and you can kind of stay, then you can be in sort of a better situation. A tornado kind of just comes out of nowhere and so. The newest Mad Max game. It's a Mad Max game. That's what I had to check. Okay. All right. So last call. I did like the Mad Max movies. Mad Max Road Warrior is still my favorite. And he's changed from suck to blow. Okay. And close pull. All right. So we're going to look for a crossroad and drive at right angles. Ahead of you, you see a turnoff. You jerk the wheel and head for it. Try your control roll. Roll one die. All right, Echo, you know what to do. Try your control roll. Yeah. I could see that. No, hopefully not. 1d6. 1d6. If we have 2d6, we're in trouble. We want it to be 1d6. That's, the hope is that we don't get a 6 that causes us to roll again. Hurricanes are total turnoffs. That's very true. Okay. So we made it. You succeed. Turn to 331. Though through the lightning-shot blackness you drive, the howl of the tornado torturing your ears. The drum of the rain is like gunfire on your roof. Oh, on mine, yeah, but that's because I haven't been using it. I was using yours as you do the rolling. Then the drumming sound ceases for a second. The silence is shocking. Then the rain hits you again, but you realize you have driven through an underpass. Frantically, you slam into reverse and back under the concrete shelter. Closer and closer the tornado comes. Random eddies of wind rock your car. Then the rocking dies down. The tornado has passed. Yeah, we made it. Because we are the best. You drive on through the wreckage caused by the storm. The road is littered with trash. Should we keep to our normal speed or slow down, chat? Are we going to keep to our normal speed of 55 to 60 miles per hour, or are we going to slow down? Normal speed or slow down? Yep, we got to the bridge. You're right, Elswin. You called that. Normal speed, slow down. So normal, slow down. Yes, I feel like whenever you slow down in a game like this, you should sigh. You're like, normal speed, or slow it down. This is Car Wars. We never slow down. All right, so let me know, chat. What do you think? Normal speed, or slow down? Okay, normal, slow down. No one will see our shame. Exactly. Ludicrous speed. I've told this story before, Trish and Dragon, but the story about the guitar, the flame-throwing guitar. So when they brought that to the director, originally he's like, okay. So he's like, we're going to be doing this scene with like these guitars that shoot flame. And the guy he's like, go do this. So the prop master's like, great. So he goes and he makes a prop that really looks awesome. And he's like, okay, great. And it's like a real guitar. And he's like, all right, cool. Where's the flame? The guy's like, what? He's like, where's the flame? He actually made him make a guitar that could actually shoot fire. He's like, so when you see that in the movie, that's an actual thing. That the guitar actually shoots flame for real. That is not a digital effect.
Nice.
He's just like, how metal is that? Like, just really, where's the flame? Coming out of the flame-throwing guitar. Oh, man. Okay. So it looks like we are going to not slow down. I agree with you all on this. Okay, turn to 92. You don't have time to waste. At 60 miles per hour, you weave your way among rocks, tree branches, and other less identifiable bits of jetsam left on the road by the storm. Try 2 control rolls. All right, Echo. 2 control rolls, please. So 1 6-sided. Exactly, TNS. Can you imagine? 2, okay, and 1 more control roll. So we dodge left around a fallen sign, probably. Uh-oh. 6. Okay, that means you have to roll that again. Don't roll another 6, please. Don't roll. I know, that's a 6. That means he has to roll 1 more time. Don't roll another 6. 2. Woo! So we're like, oh, but we held it together. Okay. If you make them both, you have dodged everything the storm left on the road. Hell yeah. We don't slow down our speed. Dodging and weaving, you make it through easily. After all, dodging tree branches is no big deal when you're used to avoiding mines. Hell yeah. Mark off 30 minutes and turn to 244. Okay. Mark off 30 minutes. Good stuff. Okay, so it's now 11 p.m. We have 13 hours left. I think I'm going to give us a new save point as well. All right. Okay. According to your radio, storms are still raging over North Texas and most of Oklahoma. Looking at the destruction around you, you find that easy to believe. Rounding a curve, your headlights show you a sight that freezes your blood. A huge tanker truck is lying on its side, tumbled across the highway. Can you stop in time? Everything seems to slow to a crawl. Gently now. Brake firmly. Don't stomp on them. There. Your front bumper strikes the truck's undercarriage with a tiny ting. You pop the window and inhale. No odors. Either the truck was empty or the crash didn't penetrate the tank. Do you investigate further or do you drive on? What do you think, folks? Should we investigate the fallen tanker or do we drive on? What should we do? Investigate, investigate. I love how this is hitting all of the right buttons, by the way. Fallen oil tankers, drunk police, like, you know, storms, like badass driving roles. I like your action angle, Terry, on this car.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
I think I'm done with this one.
I love it. So it's the piranha, and it really does look like an eye, just sort of like shooting forward. I love it. Look at that, chat. It's the piranha. Hell yeah, with the mountains in the background.
I guess the mountains are on the wrong side, though. Yep.
Well, you know, maybe when we're trying to avoid the tornado, we switched it over, and yeah, Interstate 76 TariToons edition. That's right. That's right. Good stuff, Terry. Let's see. So we are going to investigate
I'm going to take
further.
a 5-minute break to get
Sounds
some
good.
coffee.
Sounds good. You step out of your car and walk around the huge 18-wheeler. The tanker is separated from the cab. The cab is still upright. The cab lights are on. As you start towards the cab, you recognize the insignia. It's a Two Eagles truck, part of your foe's oil empire. Because remember, it's Two Eagles that has the president currently kidnapped. Then the door opens and a burly, red-faced man steps out. His uniform carries the same insignia. This is the guy. See, it says Two Eagles Oil, and there's the guy. And, well, it took you long enough, he growls. Where are your tools? So what will you do? Will you attack immediately, explain you just stopped to see if you could help, or answer non-committally? Sort of like, blah, wave. How about those, what's up? Good weather we're having. So what should we do? Attack immediately. Explain you stopped to see if you could help. Answer non-committally. Wait, I think I've added too many. Yeah, 2T. Yeah, I got it right. All right, what should we do, chat? Now you can vote. Attack! I just explained to stop to see if I could help. 911. Yeah, it would actually be interesting. I didn't think of that about that, Arunel. So you mean basically take the oil tanker so that we can get into the rant or get into the Two Eagles place without anyone asking questions? And it's a tanker. Yeah, yeah. All right, we have one attack, one explain you stop to see, and one answer non-committally. Yes, I loved Interstate. I've played in one Interstate 76. I loved Interstate 76. I also played Interstate. What was the sequel was 82, but I didn't get too far in that one. Interstate 82 or 83, 82. Yeah. No, I liked I-76, and I know Kilgore Trout has played that before. I watched him play it. Yeah, it was cool. The not cell shading, but the kind of interesting graphical style and stuff. Yeah, it was good, and the music, of course. But there really have not been a lot of amazing car combat games of that level, like story combat games. Like, obviously, there's games like Twisted Metal and stuff like that. But I mean games that really have an advanced sort of story and stuff like that, not really so much. So far, I know, it seems like that. Okay, did I last call this? I did not last call. Last call, last call. Yeah, but even Grand Theft Auto is like, it's about much more than the auto. You know, it feels like, so. All right, and... Right, exactly, Admiral Kirk. We do have a limpet mine. Actually, I was thinking about Spy Hunter, too, the game Spy Hunter. Okay, explain you just stopped to see if you could help. Sorry, chum, you say. I just stopped to see if I could help. He's not especially grateful. No thanks. Got a mechanic coming. What will you do? Classicor is coming to host my stream. Hey. Thank you, Classicor. Thank you for the host, man. I hope all is well. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you, Classicor. Arvanaut Idol champion of the past. Good to see you, Classicor. No thanks, is his reply. I got a mechanic coming. What will you do? Offer again to help, attack him, or leave. Alright, so let me pull this up. Offer again to help, attack, or leave. We're just some guy. Okay, fair enough, Malvich. Welcome back, Terry. So yes, we can either offer again to help, attack, or leave this guy.
Cat is screaming for attention.
Oh, Lorelai.
Yeah.
How's she doing?
Okay.
Yeah?
She was very cute earlier. She was like making tiny grilling noises while rolling around on the couch. And it was just like, oh, but I couldn't. Oh.
That's funny. Now she's just like, ah. Do you take her, are you able to take her when you go to the Netherlands?
Yes.
Okay, so you're able to take her with you.
Yeah, that's no problem.
How does she handle travel?
No issue at all.
Oh, really?
Like,
wow.
yeah, the only, well, I guess there's one small issue that we can easily take care of is that she gets motion sick when we put her into a cat carrier. But that's fine, we just put her on a leash. So.
Ah, okay.
And, yeah, we just carry her to the car on the arm.
So that kind of works. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like
I got a special leash for the car, which you can plug into one of the seatbelt plugs.
I've seen those. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's very useful.
And does she mostly just sleep when you're actually driving, or yeah?
Yeah. Like yesterday, she was just rolled up under one of the car seats the entire ride, just sleeping.
That's pretty cool. You got one of those for the doggo. Yeah, Classic. I used to have one of those too. All right, so we're tied. Offer again to help is 3, attack is 1, leave is 3. So we've got those. So we just need someone to break this tie with this guy who's like, no thanks, I got it. Got a mechanic coming.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I feel like we may be coming up to a new, like, exciting moment, but right now we're just talking down this dude. Oh, thank you for the resub, Classicor. 13 months. Thank you, Classicor, very, very much. Thanks for all the subs and resubs today, folks. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Dragon Spear. You really helped. You really made a difference there. Thank you. Thank you for voting the one that was 2 votes behind. Appreciate it. Good stuff. If you want to, by the way, change vote, in case anyone's curious, you can always do $ change vote, all one word, space, and then the number you want to change your vote to. So you can always do that if you like. Right, like what Echo just did, yep. Oh, dragon. Oh, dragon spear. You can't change vote to something you already voted for. Alright, we need someone to break this tie. Must break this tie between 1 and 3. Offer again to help, leave, or attack. We must break this tie. We must protect this house. We must leave. Or offer again to help, or attack. This music is sounding like God of War. Alright, see you soon, Carol. Always a pleasure. Enjoy the game. Your move, chat. I need someone to change their vote or to vote. You can do it. You can do it. Dragon Spear. Then he does hashtag change vote 1. You troll. Troll and spear. Did you already vote, Endera? Oh, you haven't voted already. Go ahead and do your vote, Endera. You do $ vote, space, and then the number.
Making probably very appetizing coffee slurping sounds into the mic.
I did not hear those, so I think you're good.
Oh, okay, good.
There you go. What's up, Okaran? And Okaran with a vote of 2. All right. Okay, it looks like we are going to offer again to help. This is going to be interesting. I told you, buddy. No. Better move on now. The truck driver's hand begins to stray toward the pistol on his belt. How will you react? Attack him or leave? Attack him or leave. So now he's getting pissed off. Purge him with fire.
I will die on the hill of making this guy die on this hill.
Guy die on this hill.
That's a good one.
Okay, so we have leave, 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 and we have kill him. So I'm assuming purge him with fire does not suggest leave. That suggests kill. So we've got attack, attack, 3 leaves. We've got 2 attacks, 3 leaves. We did start it. Yes, we did, Kevin. 2 attacks, 4 leaves.
Fire.
In this case, it's we did start. We did start the fire. It was always burning when we set the fire in the first place. It's all our fault now.
Wir haben Grund zum Feiern. Keiner kann mehr laufen, doch wir können noch saufen. Wir haben Grund zum Feiern. Unser letzter Wille, immer mehr Promille. It's a classic.
I love it. So, all right.
You're not gonna love it once you know what it's
Sugar Ray.
about. So. It's about getting shit-faced.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, drinking yourself into a coma.
I thought it was just translating directly. I thought it was just like here.
Oh God, no.
That's funny. All right, so it looks like we're going to start the fire. No, wait. It looks like people are now saying. So we've got leave, attack, leave, attack. So 3 attacks. Or no, 3 leaves, 2 attacks. 4 leaves, 2 attacks. We can leave after the purge. 3 attacks, 4 leaves. Trish says attacks. 4 attacks, 4 leaves. 5 attacks, 4 leaves. All right, we have 5 attacks, 4 leaves, chat. 5 attacks, 4 leaves. Is anyone else going to jump in? It's true. We did ignite it, Shatter, but we tried to fight it. I think Chad is being motivated to make this vote based upon this crazy Mad Max combat music, which is like this. Ball stick says attack. All right. It looks like it's time for us to attack.
No. Arf, it's like actually what we talked about before the stream with the whole like every person has like the need to be bad and stuff like that and destruction and stuff like now we see that in action. Yes,
Right,
here's
exactly.
the proof you needed.
This is the proof that we needed from this alternate history literary game that someone made. It's because that's what they think it is. You bring up your fist and throw a solid punch at the red-faced driver. He staggers back and grunts in surprise. Then he throws a return punch. You duck under it and grapple with him before he can draw his gun. Play this out as though it were a gunfight. To hit your foe, you roll against your gunner skill. You must roll your skill or less on one die to hit him, but instead of shooting, you are trying to punch your foe in the jaw. You've already hit him once. If you can hit him again before he hits you twice, then you'll knock him out and win. Okay, so we are going to get to roll against our gunner skill. Now, our gunner skill is 2. And so that means that, that's not great. That means we've got 2 extra damage. Yeah. So that means that we've got only a 2. So we have to try to, we're going to roll 1 die, and we're trying to roll a 2 or less. You were affected by the music, Volstagg. I knew it. All right, so we're Philip Tank is showing his power. Yep. We can politely punch him. We can love tap him. Just We can do the Bruce Lee and then like that extra little. All right, let's make that roll, Echo. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to slap fine. Has anyone seen on the internet the video of 2 jackrabbits fighting? It is the silliest slap fight you will ever see. Like, they're literally just up on 2 paws and they're like... And like for a minute, that's what it sounds like. Ridiculous.
Ferocious beasts.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, Echo, are you there? Are you good? You rolling? I need you to roll your fisticuffs, by which I mean gunnery skill.
Hey guys, I need a thing though. I'm gonna design a nice back patch for our boy Phil. What would his back patch be? You know?
Yeah, what is his back
Like, does he
patch?
have a gang? No, he doesn't. He's like a lone wolf, right?
Right. He's a lone wolf. I have seen 2 or 3 episodes of Cobra Kai. It was pretty good, Dragon, actually. Okay, so with that 1, wabam, we knock him out. I'm gonna knock him out because we already hit him once. All right. The first thing you take, of course, is the 2 Eagles ID badge clipped to the driver's pocket. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. We have an ID. Yeah, we got an ID badge. Nice, nice. I have not read that much, but yeah, I've heard... I liked what I saw of it. Okay, so yes. You have to make this look like an ordinary robbery, so you search his pockets in the cab of the truck. It says you have to make this look like an okay. You have to make this look like an ordinary robbery, ... So you search his pockets in the cab of the truck. You end up with the driver's billfold and ID, $340 in cash. Dang, son. We're up to $355 and a heavy single-shot pistol worth $200. You also find a 6-pack of Roadhog beer in the cab. Oh my goodness. All right, we got... worth $200. And we also find a 6-pack of Roadhog beer in the cab. You open 3 of the bottles, pour the contents liberally over the driver, and toss the empties back into the cab. Now, whatever he tells the Texas Rangers, they'll be a little less likely to believe him. The truck was heavily armed. Do you want to take some ammo for your vehicle's weapons or just for loot? Or do we leave now? So this is basically ammo that would be used mostly, I think, to sell, because we're not really using ammo here. But we could theoretically sell it. So do we take? But it's also going to take a little time. So do we leave now and avoid whoever might be coming? Yeah, because there could be someone coming. Or do we take the ammo? We don't really need the ammo for ourselves because we're not using those rules. But so Shadow Mage says get out. Classicore says let's get out. Dragon Spear says loot. Echo says loot. So we have 2 loot and 2 leave. So loot or leave. GTFO with 2 goods. Okay. 2 loot, 3 leave. Two loot, 3 leave.
Hi, sorry about that, but my cat just took a big old poop and it was very, very, very smelly.
Oh no.
Ugh. Welcome to living with pets.
I know it. Classicor is going to go take care of his pet right now too. Okay. See you, Classicor. Thank you again for the resub if I don't see you. All right. So it looks like we are going to GTFO is what it sounds like to me. So we are going to leave and get out while the getting is good. You maneuver around the truck. I know, right? It's true, Rudnell. It's true. You maneuver around the truck and drive on to the north. That's how I've been feeling about it, too. The rain has settled down to a steady torrent as you near the Oklahoma border. Mark off another 30 minutes of driving time. We are making excellent time, I feel like, but... Okay, so... 12.5 hours left. I would love to get that onto one line. Thank you. Good. All right. So if it is before 1 a.m., and it is, you enter Exchange, Texas. It's hardly worthy of the name town, just a truck stop and a collection of bars clustered on the Texas side of the border. A similar town lies across the river, but at the moment you can barely see it. The streets of Exchange are knee-deep in water. The Red River Bridge is closed with water lapping over the roadway. You key your CB mic. Anybody out there got the rears on? What's the story on the bridge? A few good buddies are happy to fill you in. The bridge will be closed until at least 1 in the morning, maybe later. You have to get some sleep now. You park behind the truck stop, lock your car doors, and lean back in the seat. Tired as you are soon lulled to sleep by the sound of the rain beating down. Mark off 4 hours. Okay, so that means we have 8.5 hours left. And it is now 3:30 in the morning. 3:30 a.m. Okay. When you awaken... All right. When you awaken, turn to 1:50. Okay, it is now 1 a.m. or later. Yes, it definitely is that. You pull onto the bridge and cross the swollen, muddy Red River. At the midpoint of the bridge is a painted red line and a large sign, now entering Republic of Oklahoma. On the other side of the bridge, you are waved into a small compound. The sign above the gate reads Oklahoma Customs and Immigration. A uniformed trooper asks you to get out of the car. This is a bit unusual. The Texas-Oklahoma border is usually wide open. Still, you comply. The guard asks you to open your car doors and storage compartments. You notice that there are a number of uniformed men and women in the area, but all in different uniforms. Do you slip the trooper $20 and ask what is going on, or do we comply silently with the trooper's request? What do you think, chat? We've got $355. Do we slip him $20 and go, hey, what's going on here?
I'm just imagining him taking a knife out of one pocket and then a gold bar out of the other pocket and starts cutting off.
Like just sawing off the 20. Yeah. It looks like a stick of butter. It looks like it's about 1/20th, 1/50.
Yeah.
So basically, he's asking us to open the car doors and the storage compartments, and so then you see all these uniformed men and women. So that's what he's asking, is to open the car doors and storage compartments. Being extra careful after the Texas-Israeli war. Dragon Spear says give him the money. Give him some bucks. What do the rest of you say? Slip him a few bucks. We got some loose bills. I'm not opening a damn thing. Well, are you slipping him $20 to find out what's going on, Shatter? I think that's what you said you're doing, which would mean 3... And then Echo says, do not give him the money. Not giving anyone anything. Because we're full of tank. You are indeed Philip Tank. 3-1 in favor of bribe. Bribe. 5-1. Use foam in his... Use the laser foam. Psst, ah! It would be funny if that's the one way to get past the guard. Like, you know, like, my weakness, laser foam. Okay.
Oh no, my one weakness. Let projectiles flying at high velocities.
I didn't think anything. Yeah, like he's immune to bullets, but not to laser foam for some reason. Ow. Okay. All right. It looks like we are going to be slipping him $20. Okay. So
what was the name of the book again? Sorry.
It is Car Wars Battle Road.
Ah.
Instead of Fury Road, it's Battle Road.
Sure.
All right, so we're going to give him $20. The money vanishes into the trooper's pocket. Mark off $20. Beats me, he says quietly. Some sort of political hassle going on. We got some heavy brass here from the oil armies. The oil armies. The trooper looks through your supplies as the other uniformed troops trade glares with each other and anyone else they see. You recognize the Two Eagles insignia on a couple of the watchers. Do you have one or more cans of laser foam? Well, we do, actually. Oh, what's this? Says the trooper, examining a can of laser foam. Never heard of it. Looks interesting. What do you reply? Experimental stuff, haven't tried it. Experimental stuff, haven't tried it. You can have a can if you want. Or very good stuff, not on the market yet. I'll sell it for $200 a can. All right, so what should we say? So to be clear, the truth is experimental stuff, haven't tried it. But, you know, experimental. Haven't tried it. You realize that how this story ends is that the laser foam is actually the key to everything, and it turns out that it works perfectly. Haven't tried it. You can have can if you want. Or, yeah, you have one can. Very good stuff. Not on the market yet. And I'll sell it for $200. Oh, man. Okay. All right, what should we say? Experimental stuff, haven't tried it. Experimental stuff, haven't tried it. You can have a can if you want. Or very good stuff, not on the market yet. I'll sell it for $200 a can. Oh, man. All right, so right now we have greed is dominating chat's response. One will have the same effect as two. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, Shatter. I probably would be voting one myself. But the the $200 a can is just straight gouge. It is just straight price gouge. Economical supplies, yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly, Shatter. Chat, I am disappointed. I just want to be clear. I am disappointed. Greed. Greed is what drives you.
No, that's what drives the car.
Greed is what's driving this the chat, which is what's driving the car. Should have gotten more than one can. I know. Well, we didn't have the money for it at the time. We needed to go punch out a trucker and take his stuff, and then it was fine. All right, last call.
Where the frick does this ear go? Here? That's where ears go.
That looks pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Just put it
This is
center
what
of the.
happens when you don't draw from reference.
Put it the center of the back of the head, right in the middle.
Like here.
It's like the woman you were talking about when he put the woman in the middle of the car.
Yeah.
Just put the ear in the middle of the head. Oh, shots fired, chatter. Okay. All right, we're going to do the greed method. Okay. So, very good stuff. I'll sell it for $200 a can. Awful expensive, replies the trooper. You got any specs on it? As you're discussing it, one of the uniformed guards wanders over to look at the can. New weapon technology, eh? You got a permit to import that? The trooper looks baffled, but now a couple of the other bully boys are interested. Give that ear,
Great.
says one. Not state jurisdiction, says another. In the end, your choice is clear. Give up all of the laser foam or spend a long time arguing with the uniformed goons. You give it up. The cans, by which we mean one, are divided among the various guards amid long complaints from those who didn't get any. You hope it melts their armor off when they use it. Can I go now? You ask the state trooper you first talked to. He waves you toward the exit and turns his attention to the next vehicle. Mark off 30 minutes. Fail! That's what happened right there, people. Fail. Now we no longer have laser foam, we didn't get any money, and we wasted a half hour. That was bad, and you should all feel bad.
Yes, how dare you, Chips.
Rudenel, this book sucks. Don't blame the book,
Yes,
sir,
blame the book.
for chat's decisions, okay? You have to reload. Yeah. This music's good, but a little loud.
Oh, for me it's over.
Oh, actually, boy, I hope I didn't get muted just to hell. I've been playing 1 minute and 30 minutes of this, the movie. Can't do the movie. Okay, let's see. How about, what's another good one? What's the 80s, Blood Dragon, the Blood Dragon OST. That's what we need. I'll put that on there in just a second.
Okay, guys, let's try a little role play.
All right, just hang on 1 second. We've got an advertisement here, and good.
Can I have a link?
All right, yes, I'm just making sure that was the one that I wanted to use. My problem with this is too many ads, but oh well. Okay, there you go. Link has been entered. Okay, Blood Dragon.
Tank.
Destruction, yes. Greed, no. All right, so we lost 30 minutes and all our laser foam. You remember that, chat, when we're getting hit with 60,000 lasers. You remember who wanted to try to sell it for 200 bucks. All right. No problems here, says the trooper. You're free to go. Sorry for the delay. You pull out of the customs compound and head north. You will now head through Oklahoma City and then New Tulsa. Not the most direct route, but by far the quickest. And every moment counts. 1 p.m. and the wedding are getting closer and closer. That's true. It's actually 4 a.m. right now, so we're only 9 hours away. Actually, it says 8 hours, but basically, you get the idea. Okay. You're still on the same highway, though in the Republic of Oklahoma, it keeps its old name of Interstate 35. Exactly, Shatter. At one point, a newly built loop of road detours around a concrete and barbed wire wall, heavily guarded. Rising from within, you can see the spire of a brightly lit oil derrick. You scan through the radio stations. On an all-night news channel, you pick up something of interest. Tomorrow is also the wedding day for John Two Eagles and Angela Jordan, daughter of the President of Louisiana. The announcement of the wedding was a surprise to most of us, but apparently not to President Jordan, who was at Two Eagles Ranch for the festivities. An outdoor wedding on the ranch was planned, but with the weather we're having now, they'll probably have to move indoors. And speaking of weather, Dave, what have you got for us? Nothing good, Stan. We're currently experiencing the worst storm Oklahoma has seen since the original land rush. Widely scattered thunderstorms are pounding the entire nation and the northern half of Texas. Hail has been widely reported. We have a report of hailstones the size of baseballs in Broken Arrow. Tornadoes have been reported all across the state, and then there's a confirmed report of a twister touchdown east of Enid with 3 lives lost. The voice dissolves in static as lightning flashes. Ahead into the west, moonlight shows you another thunderstorm rolling your way. A shell-pocked sign reads, "Now leaving Love County." You believe it. After a short drive through high wind and rain, you roll into the town of Ardmore. Mark off 30 minutes. All right, we're going to mark off 30 minutes. So it's 4:30 in the morning. Okay. Arenth with the resub, 10 months. The 10-month sub. Thank you very much, Arenth. I appreciate that very much, man. Thank you, Arenth. Enjoy your new colored quill. I appreciate that. Thanks, Arenth. And what's up, Law? How you doing, dude? What's going on, Law? How are you, man? How are you hanging in there? Okay. So, where was I? Yes, Ardmore is a fairly large town, but this early in the morning it's zipped up tight. You cruise on through town without stopping. A couple of miles farther on, you see a pattern of red flares on the highway. You slow cautiously. Through the gloom, you can see a big van, an 18-wheeler. What will you do? Should we slow down? Should we slow for a better look? Should we stop immediately? Should we try a hail on the CB? Or should we drive on by? What are we looking at? I see what you did there, Shatter. What's it going to be? Slow for a better look, stop immediately, try a hail on the CB, or drive on by. If you watch the stream as well, tell her what this is.
Zum Feiern, keiner kann mehr laufen, doch wir können noch saufen. Wir haben Grund zum Feiern.
Oh.
Unser letzter Wille, immer mehr Promille.
It's playing the song that you were just singing, which is apparently about getting drunk. That's the clip that we now have, so it's now permanent. Wow, Chad is really pumped up about trying a hail on the CB. Little known fact, when I was in high school, I had a CB in my car, and I actually had a CB at home. Interesting times. This is, of course, when I was a senior in high school into my freshman year of college. So we're talking 89 through like 91. For a while, 89 through 91, I had a big reach. I reached at least 20 miles in northwestern Connecticut. Oh, man. Well pre-internet of any kind of value. Oh, we're deciding whether or not there's this car ahead, this truck ahead, a big van, an 18-wheeler, and there's red flares on the highway. So do we slow for a better look? Do we stop immediately, try a hail in the CB, or drive on by? But it looks like most of us are going for that. Echo wanted to drive on by, but I think what it sounds like we're looking at that. When you worked in Oklahoma for IBM, you had a CB, really? Yeah, because you can get one. Like, you didn't have to be a trucker to have one. So.
Is like very outgoing.
Oh, look, it's a stupid ad. Go away. Okay. And I am going to close the poll. We're going to try a hail on the CB. All right, let's do it. You try a call on the CB. There is no answer. The red glimmer of the flares is receding in the distance. You can turn around and check it out or drive on. So no response on the CB. Do we turn around and check it out or drive on? Oh, yeah, Iron. Right. Yep. Exactly, Shatter. Yeah, the got your ears on was to see if anyone's actually listening. You got your ears on? All right, so what's it going to be, folks? What's it going to be? Are we going to turn around and check it out? Nope, no roll. Are we going to turn around and check it out, or are we going to drive on? I think Dragon Spear is asking us to check. So we've got check. Are we going to? So no sound on the CB. So do we turn around and check out the truck, or do we keep on driving? What say you, chat? Keep on driving. I was rocking a pair of dual antenna my Bronco too. Not sure if they were really far enough apart to be useful, but yeah, I had one big one on my Honda Civic. A big magnetic one for the roof that I always had to be careful of when I went into a garage because it was pretty tall. And yeah. All right, we've got 2 check and 1 drive on. 2 check and 1 drive on. 3 check and 1 drive on. All right, I'm gonna last call this. 4 check and 1 drive on. All right. It's
How
whether
do we feel about this logo?
like. So the car is just it's awesome with the tongue. It seems appropriately bad. It's like one of those things that if you were like, that's silly, you'd be like, how dare you say that? You know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, shut up. All right? You're chewing on the toothpick. That's a stop to look, basically. Yeah, Shatter. Yep. The CB did not bring in... There was no response on the CB, so are you going to stop anyway? Keep on rolling. Going once. Going twice. Could be one. An 18-wheeler with flares. There's a big 18-wheeler just not tipped over, just pulled over on the side of the road, and there's flares around it.
I'm gonna lie, I kind of want this patch now.
Oh, and you can hear cop cars outside, and...
They're coming for you!
Coming for us. Actually, there might be an ambulance. Okay, drive. Drive! Okay, so we've got check, check. I know I'm busted. Well, I knew this day would come. Alright, so drive. Drive, 2 drives. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 checks, alright? And... Okay, check it is. Alright. Your car hums to a stop. You watch for a second, but still see nothing, so gun in hand, you get out. You walk all the way around the big rig, seeing nothing. Finally, you step onto the running board and reach for the cab door, and it opens. You leap back, barely keeping your balance. From out of the cab drops a huge dark form. This dark form. That one right there, that dark form. What will you do? Will you stand your ground? Will you flee? Or will you attack? So, what should we do? Stand our ground, flee, or attack. Now, he hasn't done anything yet. I just want to know. No, we're not in combat yet. All you see is this shape. You have no idea what the deal is with this dude. This guy isn't, like, attacking or anything yet. You don't know what's going on. Exactly. You just saw the door open. You have no idea what this deal is. Sasquatch. Sabertooth. All right, so we got 3 votes.
Attention.
We got 3 votes for stand our ground, 1 vote for flee, 1 vote for attack. Also, Terry, I'm giving the 10-minute warning here, so you know.
Oh, okay.
Terrence has voted for 1, stand our ground. Stand our ground, flee, attack.
At a place like this, you're never alone.
Aha,
I'm gonna
that's
watch
another
this
stupid
with you.
commercial. Please go away. What's up, Geister? Yep, it is indeed Car Wars. Welcome to the power of Car Wars. Okay. So last call here, last call on the standing our ground / fleeing / attacking choice about what we're going to do with this shadowy figure that just dropped out of the cab. It took 3 hours to make a car and 3 hours to do 10 seconds of action in the Car Wars game. Yeah, it was pretty complicated, Car Wars. I don't know if their new editions have changed that at all, but... Okay, so we're going to stand our ground. Unfortunate terminology these days, but stand your ground, all right. So, you are immediately destroyed. No, I'm just kidding. Who are you? Asks a deep bass voice. The speaker is a huge, shaggy man in black combat armor. Oddly enough, he's unarmed. You put away your pistol and introduce yourself. Monk Donahue, the trucker introduces himself. Out of Harlingen with a load of grapefruit. But now my dang power's on the fritz. Couldn't even crosswire and call for help. And I don't know squat about power systems. What will you do? Try to help Monk fix the power plant? Radio for help? Or apologize for interrupting and drive on? So what should we do? Try to fix the power plant. Radio for help. Or drive on.
Radio for help.
We're getting, I mean, we're on the other side of the border now, TNS, so we're more than halfway there. I don't know exactly how close, but
We've already wasted 1 billion hours of time.
It feels like we have, but yeah. We made some good time earlier on, but... let's see. What was I going to say? Have I given away all the inspirations? I don't... Actually, Coven guy, but Coven may be driving right now. I don't know if we have... There's a way that we can actually determine and see whether or not the channel inspirations are used or not, I believe. Because we may have one left. I don't know if we've got one left or not. Yeah, there is no 4th option. Yeah, well, there's that, but like there's that echo, but there's also the inspiration of oh man, I remember that. This is 4, yes sir. Does anyone remember what that's from? Because I do. Do you remember what the 4 command came from? This is 4, yes sir. Right on it, 4. Yes sir. Coming there, 4. Coven, I was asking if you know how to check the channel point inspiration thing. That's right. Yep, it was X-Wing Alliance. I kept, in one mission, I kept asking, I was like, attack my target, and they kept being like, yes, sir, and they never went to attack the target. This is 4, yes, sir. Yes, sir, this is 4. I'm like, go attack the target! Saying yes. Okay, last call. Looks like people are going to try to have us fix the power plant. Not showing any requests. Okay, so that means that we do have some this month, Aaron. It was really funny. Thank you, Coven. All right. Going once, going twice. Yeah, there is no 4. No, it says, wait. It says 0? I just must not have reset that command. Yeah, it wasn't reset. Yes, I increased the prices, Arendt, because because otherwise I was getting worried about people getting overloaded with too many of them, so that's why.
What do you mean, too many inspirations?
I know, right? Give them out like candy. Yeah, so I don't think it's been reset. I need to remember how to reset it, actually. I did reset the inspiration list otherwise. That is a current list, but I didn't yet reset the inspiration points one. Or the channel points one, I mean. Okay, so we're going to try to fix the power plant. All right. You pop the cab's hood and look. Try your mechanic skill roll. Roll 1 die and subtract 1 from the result because this is an easy task for a mechanic. Now, right now we have a 2 mechanic skill, but because of that -1, that gives us a de facto skill of 3. So basically we need to roll 3, 2, or 1, Echo. If we roll a 3, 2, or 1, we're good. 4, 5, or 6, we're out of luck. Right, no, well, yeah, yes, there is a modifier. If you roll, yeah, there's a modifier. If you roll a die, then we'll subtract 1 from your result. No. Just if you just roll the 1 die, then there's no, because we're trying to get we're trying to get 2 or lower, but we'll subtract 1 from whatever you roll. So basically, if you roll a 3, we'll subtract it to a 2, and that'll mean that we would hit the goal. So no, so we're just rolling a die, and our target number is 3 or less. 2 minus 1. Wow. All right, so we fixed it because we're all about it. We just put a twist tie on there, and it's fine. It's just a short circuit. Hard to find, easy to fix. Soon the truck is purring. Mark off 30 minutes. Gleefully, Monk slaps you on the shoulder, dislocating it. No, I'm just kidding. I made that part up. Okay. All right, so we have 7 hours left. Soon you're on your way. Before you go, Monk gives you one of his cards. Make a note of his name, Monk Donahue. Aw, yeah, we got a card from Monk Donahue. Our boy Monk. We got that card. Monk Donahue, baby. All right. Turn to 2:51. About 5 minutes here before we wrap up. You push on toward Oklahoma City. The scattered thunderstorms make the road dangerous but not impossible. If you keep it at 50, you'll be safe, or you can take a chance and push it up to 70 to save some time. So are we keeping it at 50, chat, or are we pushing it to 70? Why can't we do 60? No, I'm sorry, Aaron. Your choices are very simple, either 50 or 70. Choosing an in-between path is not what the world of Car Wars is about. Our driving skill is badass. Our driving skill is 4, and our handling class of our car is 3. So we have a pretty badass skill. The only real way that we can get in trouble is if we roll 2 6s in a row. Echo did roll a 6 for one of these rolls, but he rolled a 2 for the second one, so. Yeah, I was going to say, Aaron. Green means floor it. 70-70. Like in Montana and places like that. Fastest I've ever been, I'm sure I told this story. I don't know if I told this story to Terry, but fastest I've ever driven was on the Autobahn. Where I got up to...
I'm not surprised.
Well, exactly. Where I got up to 119 miles an hour on an Opel. And my wife was asleep in the passenger seat.
Wait, how much is that in kilometers?
7,000 kilometers. No.
119, you said.
119 miles an hour, yes. 119. And it was funny because I got up that fast. I just wanted to see if I could do it. I got up to that. Then I started pulling...
Jesus Christ!
It was the Autobahn!
190? What the...
It was the Autobahn!
Yeah, sure.
I mean, so I'm driving along, just to see that I could do it. So I did it, touched it, and then I'm coming back. And as I'm backing off, I look in the rear view, and I see, like, there's a car in the distance. I'm like, okay. And then I look away, and I look back again, and it's, like, much closer. And I look back one last time, and it's already past me. So it passed me when I was still probably doing about 80, as if I was standing still. Like it must have been doing 130. Like I have never seen a car pass me on a road going that quickly. I was just like, that's. And then what people don't tell you about the Autobahn either is that you think about the Autobahn and you're just like, oh yeah, there's no speed limit. You could just, that's because it's some big wide highway. It's not a wide highway. It's 2 lanes on either side and it winds. Like it's not just straight and 4 lanes each way. Yeah. And let me tell you, doing 119 in an Opel, car was like,
Yeah, no.
not designed to go that speed. Good times. Okay. So it looks like we have done that. So we've got this thing. Good. All right. So are we keeping it? Looks like we're hitting the 70, right? Save some time. All right. Here we go. Roll 1 die. If the result is less than or equal to your control roll, you stay on the road. All right. Let's do it, Echo. Let's roll that die. Three. Wow, Aaron, that's crazy. Yeah, like I think just I mean, normally what I normally do is I normally do between I do right around 65. I drive right around 65 most of the time on the highway. But you know, obviously it's somewhat based in conditions, so I've been up to 75 when the speed limit allows it. And if, of course, if the weather's different, I also change that as well. I think the fastest I've ever gone on a highway in America was probably 85, I think. So, but usually I'm driving on a highway around 65, between 60 and 65. But again, I pretty much drive to the speed limit or within a couple miles of it. So if it's 55, I usually drive up to 60. The only time I don't do that is there's sometimes where these roads, which are literally just speed traps, are like, they have you going at like 20 miles an hour in a place where you could easily go 40. And that's not always easy to do because that's honestly so slow that you feel like, wait, what? And they're doing that on purpose, obviously. So, yes, I know. We got to wrap up. All right. So, less than or equal to your control roll. You stay on the road, mark off 2 hours, and turn to 3:43. Okay. 2 hours. That means it's 7 a.m., which means we're only 5 hours, actually 6 hours away from 5 hours away from the end, and 6 hours away from the actual wedding. All right, you enter the outskirts of Oklahoma City. The capital of the Republic of Oklahoma looks drab and deserted under the rainy sky. You pull into a truck stop and pay $50 for a recharge. All right, $2.85. While you're there, you use a phone number that Irene gave you. Here, she said, you would get some detailed information about the Two Eagles Ranch and more cash if you needed it. But the phone rings and rings and is not answered. You feel a sinking sensation inside. Is Irene's hasty plan falling apart already? You have no way of knowing. You must press on. And it's that whole ringing, ring, 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 that we are going to leave this behind. Our choice that we'll be making next time will be if we want to buy more ammo or equipment. But we're definitely in the home stretch of this. I think next session we'll wrap up this particular game book. So, in the end, let's make sure I know what this save point is. 343. So, 343. In the end, we ended up with our car. We still haven't gotten hit or really into any combat yet. We did get into a fist fight, but we knocked the guy out. We got laser foam, and then you decided to throw it away by trying to get greedy. We got an ID badge, a Two Eagles ID badge, which is pretty sweet. We got we got a lot of money, 285 gold now. We have right now, it is 7 a.m. and there are 5 hours left, and we are in Oklahoma City, so we're closing in on our place to go, and we are almost there. And we've so far we have died 1 time. Equals 1. Thanks to chat deciding it was a good idea to ram a police barricade. So that's how that happened. All right, so I'm going to save this under that. This is July 7th. And there we go. When in doubt, blame chat. Hey, listen, I ask the questions, chat provides the answers, all right? And that's how this goes down. All right, and it looks like we are closing in. Oh, thank you, Enderalites. I appreciate it. This is a lot of fun. I always love doing these. One, because I get to hang out with Terry, and I get to watch the amazing illustrations appear before my very eyes. And two, because I get to have chat make their decisions and play these old school, a lot of these old school books. And we really have had a good time with the different variety of ones that we have. We may, as I say, be going back to the Fighting Fantasy ones because we've been away from them for almost a year now. So we may go back to those next with, I think we have Phantoms of Fear, which would be up next. And then... yeah, I think, and then Beneath Nightmare Castle. I think those are the two that we had. And then there are a few left. They're actually going to be releasing some new Fighting Fantasy game books, and we haven't even gotten through all the old ones. We're up to like book 26 or 27 of that group, so yeah. Exactly, Shatter. We thought we could sell it to the cops for a dumb price tag if we already bribed them. Exactly. Oh, man. Check that out.
There, done, and now my hand
Yay.
hurts. RIP.
Yeah, look at that. That's pretty awesome. All right, that is the back of Philip Tank with Car Wars. All right,
Yes.
so let's do our little review of the drawings today. So we have this Philip Tank with a spiked shoulder pad. Yep.
Yes, then the middle one was this one.
With Pi
That's
Rana.
driving north.
Yep. Dig it with Pi Rana.
I guess I'm gonna have to show the detail again.
Yeah, look at that. That's how you know you're dealing with top quality. I mean, like, the drawing's great too, but, you know, you zoom in and, yeah, attention to detail right there.
And that was a warm-up sketch.
And Philip Tank, who's kind of warming us up. Did you ever decide about the T-shirt?
No, not yet.
Okay.
At some point, maybe.
At some point down
Maybe
the line.
he never takes his jacket off. That could be.
That's true. So how do we know? He's actually born with it. He's born with the
Yeah.
jacket. So it just grows with him. Basically, it's like
Yes.
a second skin. Yes, Enderalites, stay healthy as well. Thank you for stopping by. This was great, Terry. As always, a lot of fun. Where will the lovely folks see you next here on the internets and interwebs?
Well, I am usually here on Tuesdays at this time.
Yes.
If I'm not doing this, then I am playing Lord of the Rings D&D called Adventures in Middle-earth, where we just started our new adventure
Yep.
last session. I don't know if that's next week or the week after.
It's not next week. I'm going to be away. So 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
The 21st. Although I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to talk to folks about that because it'll depend on a couple of factors. Because I have to... The Star Wars thing... I'll
Yeah.
be able to do it, but I may have to start a little later because the Star Wars thing is happening then. But we'll figure it out. But yes, 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yes. And aside from that, you guys can find me on Twitter at TariToons. And on Instagram also at TariToons.
And on Instagram. And on Patreon, which I support. You should go and support her over there too. But yeah, as always, thank you, Terry. It was really a pleasure. I appreciate it. And I will be seeing you very shortly for new things and stuff like that. Check, we get some love for the amazing TariToons, who is also contributing to our Adventures in Middle-earth. Does the Adventures in Middle-earth also illustrations too? And so, yeah, it's pretty awesome having an amazing artist like Terry and a good friend. So thank you, Terry. Always a pleasure. And I will speak to you soon.
Hello.
Okay, bye for now. And there we go. All right, good stuff, folks. Yeah, I really did enjoy that, and you know, Terry's awesome. So I am very glad that we were able to do this together. All right, now we do have, of course, one other thing that we have to attend to, and that is that we have to figure out what game I am going to play. Now, the Patreon-fueled chat chosen game of the month is, let me double check and see when that's actually scheduled for. I don't think it's in 2 weeks. I think we may have had that scheduled for... Yeah, so I think we had that scheduled for the 28th. That's still a little bit up in the air because it partially depends on what happens with other scheduling, but we'll see. But either way, Do I have that actually listed as nominations? Yeah. And then the final vote for this will probably happen, I think. Yeah. So the final vote for this will happen. The vote will close down, not when I'm streaming, but during Community D&D with Echo, Shadowed, Rock God, Hoodie, and Trishy Mats. That's going to be happening next week, Wednesday the 15th. But today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing nominations. So let me pop up ARVBot here. And so the question is, what game should ARV play this month? I reserve the right to veto games that I have already either played or I'm going to play soon, or it's a horror game that I don't want to play or whatever. But other than that, I will try to allow these things in. Carmageddon. Carmageddon's fine. I mean, whatever. Except that is for PC, right? I never played Carmageddon. Carmageddon is for PC? Is it? I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. That's fine. Yep. Carmageddon's good. All right, what else? Other choices. One choice, and it's on GOG. Okay, cool. So Carmageddon is one option. Tron 2.0. Hope Springs Eternal for Dragon Spear. What else? One nomination per person, please. Everyone else jump in if you want them. Not Tonight. What is Not Tonight, Shatter? Yeah, I've never played Tron. I've seen Memories in 8-Bit play it, but I have never played it myself. Not Tonight is Papers, Please Nightclub Edition. Anything that says Papers, Please at all, I'm on board. I love Papers, Please. We'll get it there eventually, Dragon. Okay, good. If that's what that is, then I'm all on board because I love Papers, Please. Okay, what else? Carmageddon, Tron 2.0, Not Tonight. What else? I'll take 3 more nominations, up to 3 more, and then we will have a vote. It's got a banger of a soundtrack. It's all good. Then we'll take a vote, and the top 3 will make it into the final vote category. What else? What else? What else? Growl Answer 2. What's up, Nonstop? Also, Hope Springing Eternal. Someday. Growl Answer 2. All right. 2 more. 2 more choices. 2 more nominations from people who have not nominated so far. King's Quest. Interesting. All right, Ballsteg. I only played and won the first King's Quest. Absolutely anybody can. Pathway, a strategy RPG inspired by Indiana Jones. Wow, that's cool. And then Frostpunk. Sorry, Arenth, I don't have room for another one. Yeah, keep that in mind, Arenth. I might use that next time. Although I want to find out what this Pathway is. It's either going to be, it'll be Pathway if I like the sound of it. Then I'll put Pathway as the nomination in because Admiral Kirk got it in first. But, so what is it, Admiral Kirk? I've never heard of that game. Strategy adventure game from Germany-based developers Robotality, featuring turn-based combat and unique story encounters. Well, I like that so far. This looks like the Stardew Valley graphics. Pathway review, rock, paper, shotgun. Drive through the desert, find ancient treasure, and kill Nazis. Positively swashbuckling about Pathway. Taken to a map dotted with interconnected nodes. A few of these nodes warn you about upcoming combat. Not blind you with wrongness. Okay, events start to repeat themselves. Nazis are far more goofy. And they're terrifying, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. Interesting. Strategy layer is like FTL, and the combat is XCOM. Start over on Enderroll. Jesus. Okay. All right, yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's reasonable to put that in there. And Arenth, don't forget about Frostpunk for next time. I'm happy to give that a shot next time. Okay, so here we go. What I would like is for people to get their votes in, please. The top 3 vote getters will go into the next game category. So the top 3 vote getters will be put into the straw poll, which we'll be using, and then that straw poll will close a week from tomorrow on Community D&D. And I know since Echo plays in it, Echo will be able to be sure. Of course, we've got the mods who will be there, etc. But I know that Echo will remember also because he often attends to the Game of the Month stuff. So he'll be able to remember for the end of the session on Wednesday. All right. We got some different things here. Okay, so right now we got King's Quest, Not Tonight, and Pathway as the 3 top choices. Okay. I dig that. Yeah. No, I appreciate it, though. Not Tonight, King's Quest, and Pathway. See, that's interesting. I think King's Quest is getting this attention because of the name recognition, the name value. Not Tonight, I think, is getting it based upon the selling game, the pitch, basically, that Shattermage just made, and then the others jumped on board with it. And then Pathway, because of what I just said about looking what it's like and stuff. So, yeah. Probably, yeah. I would want one of the later ones. King's Quest 1 was okay, but I remember it being sort of frustrating in that adventure game style, which is a reason that I only very rarely do point-and-click adventure games, because they have that adventure game logic, which I find intensely frustrating. But yes. All right. Last call. And... okay, so poll results are finished. So there we go. It is, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect, Echo. Oh, thanks, Arudna. I appreciate that. Yeah, it looks neat. So King's Quest, Not Tonight, and Pathway. Those are the 3 choices for the Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month. Well, you cannot say that we get into themes on this channel with that game. Like, there are so many different choices that we've had. I mean, obviously there are themes of games that I don't want to play. But you folks are all really good about coming up with a variety of games for us to check out. So thank you. So Echo, thank you, Echo, for putting that together. Would one of the mods be kind enough, please, to add that to the next game category? And then everyone can get their votes in on that now. You'll only be able to vote once before the thing comes to a close, of course, next week. That'll be running until... that will run until next Wednesday, at which point it will be over. And then I will play that. Right now, it looks like the 28th is what we're looking at. So it's going to be like a week, basically 2 weeks later, a week and a half later, because I'm going to be gone next week as well. Thanks, Rudnell. Appreciate it, man. So that is going to do it for today. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I've got to go get ready now for some D&D with GOG Storm King's Thunder over on the GOG Twitch's channel, Pen and Pixels, because I am not going to be around next week, and so I need to get that scheduled and off. I'm not going to be here next week, and then Mike Smith is not going to be here the last 2 Tuesdays of the month, and so that's why we needed to get this in today, because we wanted to make sure that we got one in this month. So I'm going to be heading over there. Now, as a couple of reminders, again, tonight, 4 p.m. Over at GOG with D&D with GOG Pen and Pixels, D&D with GOG Storm King's Thunder. Then we are off tomorrow and off Thursday. Friday, I will be back with a Rare Friday D&D with Infinity and Beyond Curse of Strahd session. That'll be my last live stream for a week. I will then head off upstate with the family. I'll be pretty much off the grid, so if you're looking for me, I don't think I may check in. I'm probably going to check in once. Or maybe twice over email or something like that. But that's pretty much all. Otherwise, I'm going to be pretty much, off the grid and just hanging with the family and doing some writing and reading and relaxing basically over the next week, starting on, as I say, the 11th, Saturday the 11th is when I'll be gone, through the following Friday, the 17th. And then the 18th, that Saturday the 18th, we will have those panels, which I'll be announcing, followed by that amazing D&D event at 8 p.m., which again is being done to benefit the Octavia Butler Memorial Scholarship Fund for Authors of Color to get to Clarion, which I think think is really an awesome cause. Totally fits the brand of the channel, totally fits everything we do. So I'm super excited about that. That's going to be happening on that Saturday, the 18th. Now, again, while I'm gone, there will be other people streaming on this channel. Emberwind will be happening on Monday. On Wednesday, we will have Community D&D with Shadow and the Shadowed Crew, Shadowed Mage and the Shadowed Crew. And then we will also have a certain person whose name may or may not start with an S and may or may not end with an E, who may be doing a little bit of a guest stream during one of those evenings as well. So we will have some content for you during that week before that big Saturday moment. So it's going to be good times. I'm excited about it and all that good stuff. If you haven't already done so, please follow the channel. Yeah, I wonder who that could be. I'll actually make the official announcement about who that'll be in the next couple of days. If you haven't already done so, please follow the channel. Please check us out here on YouTube with !ArvTube. Discord is !ArvCord. Twitter is !ArvTweets. You can find us on the website, arvanelaron.com. If you haven't already done so on the financial side, Patreon, which is beginning to tick back up again, which is great, up to now $3.53, so that's awesome. Let's hope that we can keep that going because it makes a big difference for you and a big difference for the channel. Then we have got that shop, !Arv shop, which is merchandise for Adventures in Middle-earth and also merchandise for the D&D with Infinity and Beyond. Curse of Strahd, currently just the Infinity and Beyond logo, which is what you can get on many things over there. And soon you'll be able to get Esper Genesis material there as well. And then, of course, that sub button that so many of you were nice enough to click today in that video window, you can get cool stuff for yourself and for the channel, and you can get some of these awesome emotes done by TariToons, the amazing TariToons who you just saw. If you haven't already done so, also please consider checking out some publishing stuff from me. Icarus is my Icarus and Jelinek graphic novels coming out from Athos Arts. Super excited about how these are going. I had made some comments on the proofs yesterday. We're pretty much in the last stages now, and we'll be able to get that out when we said we would get them out. So July 17th is the last day for pre-orders. So get those in now if you haven't already done so. Super excited to get those out to the world. And again, if any of you happen to watch any booktubers or go to particular podcasts that you listen to or something like that where you know that they might review graphic novels or be interested in graphic novels, please drop me a line. You can also drop Balsteg a line. I will throw him under the bus for a minute, but I don't think he'd mind. Balsteg and myself, please let us know if you know of other places to send possible review copies. Again, places that are looking for others, because we really want to try to make this a push, and we are, it's a small press, and we're a small group, and we're really trying to push this. And so the more that we can get help and assistance in, signal boosting, the more that will help us out. So please consider doing that. Very excited to share that with you. Exclamation Point Library is Tales and Tomes from the Forbidden Library. That has almost earned out my advance, which is super exciting. It's a silver seller on DriveThruRPG. You can get it right now in PDF, but you'll also be able to get it in print form. Print edition is coming very soon. And last but certainly not, Lynn from Alligator Alley, which are amazing people. And last but certainly not least, Exclamation Point Gray Shade KS is my Gray Shade Kickstarter. Next month, I will be announcing whether the Kickstarter will be starting in October or whether it'll be in February. That is totally dependent on manufacturing. It's not about me. And it's not about the company. It's about when manufacturing will allow it. And that's based on the pandemic, essentially. So that's the deal with that. And last, of course, but certainly not least, BLM, Exclamation Point BLM, as Echo just put there, Black Lives Matter. This is the link to that resource. Very, very good and frequently updated resource about educational resources, about places to donate, about ways to educate both you and your kids if you have them about this. So just a lot of important aspects of this that really get done. So please consider clicking on that and checking that out as well, because again, Black lives do matter. That's going to do it for me. No raid today because I'm going to be over at GOG in about 25 minutes with some D&D. So have a lovely afternoon. If you haven't already done so, please make sure to follow us, not just here, but over on GOG when we go there at 4 p.m. Eastern. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Arudnell, Dragonspear, JRab, TariToons, and Shattermage. Thank you to my wonderful subscribers, Arudnell, Dragonspear, JRab, TariToons, Echo Elf X5, Nonstop, Ballstag, Arinth, Mrs. Dunsel, and Trishy Mats. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters in that group as well. Thank you to Admiral LKK. Thank you to Admiral Kirk. Thank you to Enderalites. Thank you to Coffee Be Black. Thank you to Commander Root. Thank you to Crimen. Thank you to ECAG, Gigafrost, Jagtris, K0, PKD Fan, Poltergeist Zero, Questionable Results, Startup Tim. I think I know who that is, Startup Tim. I think I do. It's been a while, so good to see you, Tim. Thank you to TNS Mephiston, you Christensen, Uncle Elias, and V&K. A special thanks today, of course, to my friend and the amazing illustrator artist TariToons for her wonderful work, and she's awesome, and you should follow her on all the things. That's going to do it for me. I'll see you folks over at GOG at the top of the hour for some D&D with GOG Storm King's Thunder. Until then, everyone be good to each other, and spiky shoulder pads. That's how we do it. Talk to y'all soon. Be good to each other. Bye for now. Huh?